Alright, hello! Welcome! Hi Cal, did you know that I only just now noticed the gal in the FF14 official art with her whole ass out? Amano really predicted the Midlander experience. Did you know that I also only noticed this now because you said something? Amazing. I've never played a Midlander in this game, so I wouldn't know that experience. Hello, Ganon! He even predicted the 2B pants. Those I have used extensively. But yes, hello and welcome. Welcome to the Shark Stream. It's another Final Fantasy XIV day, and you know we're in this weird sort of liminal. We love seeing Igeld with the 2B pants. We're in this sort of like weird liminal moment in FF14 where it's just like we're all just kind of killing time until FanFest, you know? Like right now, like this isn't a real period of time for Final Fantasy XIV. Like we're just sort of this is just the build-up. Like, I don't have anything to fucking talk about with regards to this game right now. Like, and like, I usually save FF14 stuff to talk about until FF14 streams, because if I start talking about FF14 during, like, normal streams, a lot of times I won't fucking stop. But it's just like, right now it's just, yeah, there's nothing to talk about. We're all just kind of killing time until the Tokyo Fan Fest happens. So, you know, and me right now, I'm killing time while I, turn in expert delivery items because I ran out of space in my armory chest for necklaces, if you can believe it. So I'm just like, oh, okay, I guess I need to take care of that right now. To cut down on the amount of time that I spend doing this, I'm only selling off necklaces right now. I could do more, but it's just like, you know, whatever. I have a Neo-ish Guardian casting top? I gotta put that shit in my goddamn glamour chest. What the hell? I can't believe I'm just letting that sit there. That's dangerous. Here's another choker. Choker of slaying. Last necklace of slaying. Okay, we're good. It's like the build-up for Christmas after you get everyone's gift, you just kinda gotta wait. By this time next week, I'll have so much more to talk about. I'll be able to have a little bit more conversation about, we'll be able to talk more about, like, you know, details about Dawn Trail's release. We'll know when the 0.55 patch is going to be coming out and when I am inevitably going to be doing more Hildebrand stuff. Hell, I'm going to need to make sure that I have built up a good chunk of, like, tomestones for that, you know? Keep restricting Hrothgal's new class. I pretty much, I fall on the side of history that says that Green Mage is going to be the next caster class, just based on what people have already kind of pointed out. I'm hoping for Hrothgal's. I think Hrothgal's would be cool. It'd be neat. I'd like it. Please? Please? Big lion mommies? Please? I'm begging you. If we don't get Hrothgal's, I am personally going to go to Yoshi P's place of residence and express my disappointment verbally. But, like, with the utmost, like, respect as well, you know? Because, I mean, like, I'm not that kind of person. Two of my friends made opposing lemon bets about the new class, so somebody's gonna have a hard time next week. Is that a... what? Hold on. Somebody's got... is that a fucking minion? What is that, a minion? Hold up. Premogs? What the fuck is a premog? I've never seen that before. That's interesting. There's some people here standing in line at the Storm personnel officer who have some very nice outfits. But yeah, so what are we doing today? Today, in addition to continuing our New Game Plus run of Heavensward, we are also doing the Heaven's Turn event for 2024. Lemon Bit is TLDR. If I'm not correct about this prediction, then I will eat a whole lemon. I see. Got a lot riding on this then. I understand. Now, the Heaven's Turn event isn't one I'm usually particularly excited for. I'm generally more invested in, like, the Halloween event more than anything, or, like, I think it's really just the Halloween event. No, I do like the summer one also, now that I'm thinking about it. That one is always a lot of fun. Heaven's Turn I really don't have a whole lot of investment in, because like all of these events, there's a through line. There's recurring characters in each event that pop up with each year, right? Some of them, like, the Rising and stuff like that, there's generally, like, the Mithril Eye reporters that will pop up and be like, hey, I'm doing a story for the Rising. They're just like, cool, I'll help you out. And then, like, you've got all the stuff with, like, the All Saints Wake, like, pumpkin-headed chick, and, like, more recently we've been getting a lot of Daddy Gruff. But like for a lot of the other ones, like I know there's in the summer event there is I think he's a Makote who's just like very eager to prove himself. But it's like in some of the other events, like I'm not really invested in like the through lines or anything. I mean, fucking Nashu's sister hasn't really shown up in any sort of meaningful way during the Little Ladies' Day event for some time now. And that's unfortunate, because I think she showed up for the first time when I wasn't playing the game. It's just like, I want to meet Nashu's sister in game. This sucks. But, we get a baby Chocobo and a dragon Kigurumi in this one, or a little dragon hoodie for Heaven's Turn this year. And I do always like the hey, pull your prediction for the next year thing. So like that'll be fun to do on stream. What else is going on? Question of the Warrior of Light question of the days have started up again on co-host, which I'm very excited for. One of my friends from the FF14, the co-host FF14 community runs that account, and I am excited to see what questions she pulls up for that and what people have submitted for it. But yeah. The most recent one was about, like, if your wall was a YouTuber, what would their content be? And I had a lot of fun thinking up, like, okay, what's stuff iGuild would do? And I decided, like, iGuild would probably do a little bit of everything. So I have one implying that she's somebody who films herself building model kits. I had one where she films herself where she's a person who puts herself in extremely dangerous situations. I had one where it's just like, hey, I'm here at the fucking Shiakaze hostelry doing the jumping puzzle and giving like tips on how to do it. And then I decided to throw in like a clickbait thumbnail that I thought was really funny. And I was really happy to find that I was not the only one who got the clickbait thumbnail idea. And I saw another really good one that I rechosted. But yeah, I'm excited to do more of those because those are always one of my favorite ways to write Igelt's is by answering those questions, because I feel like it really helps with finding Igelt's voice, and determining like how she reacts to certain things. And I would definitely say that like those definitely helped with like preparation for FF14 right last year. And I don't know if I'm going to do FF14 right this year. I might do a similar thing where it's just like I'm going to wait for like the first prompt to see if it is something that like really inspires me, and then go from there. But for right now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to drink this Monster Energy drink, and we're going to get in there. So here we are, standing in front of the quest-giving NPC. Hello, everybody. To be a mascot. Okay, so Ryu Metsuke is like a title? Okay. The Ryu Metsuke seeks the aid of a kindly adventurer. Well met, friend, and welcome to our festivities. I am known in my homeland of Hingashi as the Ryu Metsuke, and it is my delegation's solemn charge to share our Heavensburn custom with the peoples of Eorzea, that we might join hands in revelry. Although Heavensburn is observed in both our lands to mark the coming of a new year, there is a difference between our traditions. Here in Eorzea, a deity is chosen from among the 12 to preside over the heavens, while in the Far East we honor one of 12 noble beasts. Given that technically I am playing this outside of the New Game Plus playthrough, and thus I have completed everything up to the most recent patch, that Eorzean, we won't get into it. We won't get into the Eorzean custom. Alright. Don't tell him, Gage. I won't. And this year, that beast is the mighty Ryu, a creature you Eorzeans might liken to a dragon. Now, in order to liven up the festivities, we decided to have a pair of horsebird hatchlings, or should I say chocobo chicks, serve as mascots. It's adorable. Oh my god, look at that fucking thing. Look how cute that thing is. Winsomely dressed in draconic attire, we were certain they would delight all who laid eyes upon them. They're doing great so far. I'm noticing there's only one. However, when the Ryo Bugyo, the leader of our delegation, presented one of the chicks to a crowd, the reception was disappointingly muted. We know not where we erred. Well, clearly you chose the wrong crowd, and everybody that you told about it sucks ass. I haven't done Heavensburn yet. Look at that child. Oh, that's a cute Miko over there. Oh, what? That one? Yeah. I say, you are an adventurer, are you not? Well, of course, of dispensing aid, you must have acquired some insight into the people's interests. Loath though I am to impose, will you not help us to identify our plan's failings? In so doing, we may yet find a way to win over the locals with our mascots. Clearly you chose the worst crowd. What did you do? Go to Ishgard? Fucking got him. Uh-huh. You have my thanks. To begin, I ask that you seek out the Ryu Bugyo. For want of passers-by, she decided to wander around this plaza with her hatchling. When you find her, pray ask her account of our dilemma, and then help us find a solution. Sure thing, buddy. I'm gonna go over here. Oh, little baby.
Why's this chocobo chick wearing that costume?
For whimsy's sake, you fucking piece of shit child. Anyway. You show up with a chocobo chick and a dragon hoodie, and all the nobles throw their salt rocks at you from the balconies. Oh, this is embarrassing. We have the same outfit.
Oh ho! Curious about our delegation too, are you? That is well, for I was just about to introduce our mascot Ryonosuke to this young lady.
This is the cutest goddamn thing in the world.
Feast your eyes on a horsebird among horsebirds, the pinnacle of plumage. I dare say Heavensturn has never hatched a mascot as utterly charming as our regal Ryu.
Well, he's certainly adorable, but what's a Ryu? And why do you have him dressed up in that costume?
Oh, it's a cultural thing. Okay. They don't know what a fucking Ryu is. And they don't understand whimsy. Adorable, you witless walnut. You child!
An excellent question. You see, we wish to present the charms of the Chocobo and the Ryu in a lovable package. Just look at him waggle his scaly little tail. It's an exquisite combination, you must agree. And it would be remiss of me not to mention the craftsmanship that went into the outfit. Our weavers spared no effort to evoke the might and majesty of the Ryu in the diminutive form before you. The finished project is simply divine, is it not?
Hey, listen, I don't mean to tell you how to do your job. Calling it a dragon might help. I'm just saying, like, I know it's just, it's like not exactly one-to-one, but I promise you, call it a dragon, they'll get it. They'll get it, then, I promise.
I suppose? I still don't know what a Ryu is, but never mind. Thank you for letting me play with him.
That kid is so confused. Like, did you see the look on her face? She's just like,
Yet again I failed to convey the virtues of our mascot. Bunny bunny, banani 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 banoi. You come at the Ryu Metsuke's behest? I should be most grateful for your aid, adventurer. I seek only to share our mascot's charms with the people of Eorzea, but my every attempt has ended in failure, as you've just witnessed. Try as I might, I cannot see what I am doing wrong. If you have any advice, anything at all, I would be most eager to hear it.
me trying to explain my persona. Adorable is well and good, but you can't forget the other things. You may want to talk more about the Ryu.
Talk about the Ryu, you say? Rather than tediously explaining tradition, I had hoped to initiate people through our mascots. You believe this is not enough? It might avail me to speak with that young girl as well. Let her gaze upon Ryonosuke once more and...
Oh, he's gone. Let's talk about the elephant in the room.
Oh, wherever did our little mascot go? Bunny bunny, banani banani. Followed after the girl, you say?
Yeah, were you not okay.
We must find him and quickly. Please, adventurer, will you not help with the search?
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh. Thank you. Now then, I believe the girl set off in the direction of the tavern. The drowning wench, was it? If we find her, I dare say we will find Ryonosuke.
Yeah, alright. Oh, okay. There are people using the minion. I'm just like, wait, is that it? Is this where I need to be?
Thank goodness you're here. I've been asking this guardswoman about the girl, but I'm struggling to make myself understood. Perhaps you can help clear things up. The lady says she's looking for a girl with a Ryu, but I haven't the faintest what that is.
Imagine a dragon. A tiny green dragon with googly eyes.
I'm imagining it all right, but I can't say I've ever seen... Actually, hold that thought, now that you mention it, there was a chocobo chick wearing what looked like a dragon costume. That's your Ryu, then I saw it waddling after a young girl.
Excuse me.
I'm afraid I didn't observe where they went, though. Sorry I couldn't be of help. Many thanks for your assistance. In my haste, I had neglected to explain the meaning of the word Ryu. As the Ryumetsuki told me, the creature doesn't exist in Eorzea. If I had begun by clarifying that it is similar to a dragon, I could have avoided the Oh, I dare say I know now why our mascot has so struggled to win over the masses. I shall speak with his guardswoman a little more, in case she has aught else of note to share. Once I'm finished, I plan to scour the upper decks. In the meantime, might I trouble you to search the lower decks? Once we have finished, let us reconvene at the Bulwark Hall.
Yeah, alright. Hey, can I go downstairs?
Should you glean any valuable information, we can discuss it at Bulwark Hall once we have both finished our rounds. May your search prove successful.
Hey, can I go downstairs, please? Please? Okay, I need to go do groceries. Have fun and smooch Hraesvelgr on the lips for me. I will. You know I will. Anyway. Hey man, have you seen a tiny green Greg? Make Shiva proud. A young lass and a chocobo chick. I spied them walking past the Aetherite, though I couldn't say where they went from there. Appears the girl and the chocobo passed through the Aetherite Plaza. Maybe we should ask all the Hrothgar in their underwear doing squats. Wait, are there no squatting Hrothgar today? Shocking. We got some half-naked ladies dancing, including one who seems like she's doing her best cosplay of, Nosage Blackrock, but... No squatting Hrothgar. That's odd. That makes me feel uncomfortable that they're not there. Excuse me, Miss Alleygoer, first name Amicable? A girl with an oddly dressed chocobo chick. She passed by here just earlier. She looked a little lost, so I asked her if she needed help, but she told me she was fine, that she was heading to the Ageless River. Though I left it at that, I can't help but worry for her out there on her own. I hope you find her soon. You've learned something of note. Continue scouring the lower decks for more information. Yeah, alright. What sword is that? That's a nice looking sword. It's a Cronus Lux. That sounds like a fucking... What's it called? What's it fucking called? Bozja stuff. That sounds like Bozja stuff. That sounds like a Bozja thing. First name, personable. Last name, peddler. Personable. Peddler. Personable. But... It's a fucking minion. God damn it. I'm just like, I know the last you're after. Sibley's her name, and she's the daughter of a fellow merchant. A good friend of mine, in fact. You'd be hard-pressed to find a happier father and daughter. They go fishing at the river together all the time, they do. But he'll soon set sail for faraway lands, I'm told. Sibley's worried sick, and for a good reason. The ocean's a fickle mistress, and even a simple voyage could cost a man his life. Any road, she came through here earlier, but I'm afraid I couldn't say where she is now. Perhaps someone else could help you there. I may go a little quiet from time to time because I'm also trying to figure out dinner. Because I'm hungry. You believe you have enough information on Sibley's whereabouts. Make your way to Bulwark Hall and report your findings to the Ryu Bugyo. Oh, I'm going. Excuse me, Miss Bugyo. I have learned things. There you are. By your triumphant expression, I dare hope you've learned something of the little girl and our mascot? Bunny, 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 bunny.
Disgusting. So the girl Sibley was headed for the Ageless River. That you should find just the information we need is auspicious indeed. For my part, in the course of speaking with the locals, I was able to learn more about dragons. That is, while they have many similarities with the Ryu of the Far East, they are in fact different creatures. I had been under the impression that they were one and the same, but be it their folklore or their status in mortal society, they are quite distinct. I had assumed that the people of Eorzea were like me, that they thought the Ryu was simply a dragon by another name. I suppose it is little wonder that Sibley looked so puzzled during our first encounter. When next we find her, I shall do my utmost to explain the true meaning of our mascot. Now, off to the Ageless River with us. Wait, is it that way? Oh, it is that way. Okay. Wow, wow. Wow, 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 wow. Ah. It's kind of nice going back to like some of the earlier areas, honestly. Like, I think this is part of the reason that I think I want to, like, do more of the, other, jobs in the game. So that, like, I have an excuse to, like, wander around some of the earlier areas again. I need to, like, actually get on that. No sign of Sibley here. Perhaps she's further upstream. I'll go look. Phoenix transformation, go! Yeah, I can transform into a phoenix. Don't worry about it. Oh, there she is.
Where? I wish you didn't have to go, Papa.
Hello, you bewildered youth.
Huh? You're the adventurer from before. What are you doing here?
Oh, thank the kami we found you, Sibley.
And the lady in the fancy helmet, too. How did you know my name?
Bunny, bunny, banani, banani, banoy, bunny, 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 banone, bunny, bananani, nani, banone, bunny, bunny, bunny.
I see. I'm sorry to cause you both trouble. I just wanted to visit my papa's favorite fishing spot, but your chocobo chick ended up following me all the way. Well, he's safe with you now. If there's nothing else, I'll be off.
Pray, wait a moment. In the course of searching for Ryunosuke, we couldn't help but learn that your father will soon embark upon a voyage and has left you feeling troubled. I realize we are but strangers, but if you are not averse, will you not talk to us about it?
Uh-huh. It's alright. My papa, he's heading to Hingashi for trade. I heard that it's a long and dangerous journey, and it made me worry. I wanted to pray to the navigator to keep him safe at sea.
Okay, yeah, sure. You know, just don't blow her any kisses. She doesn't like that.
But then I found out that Limb Lane wasn't chosen this Heaven's Turn, and it made me worry even more.
Who was chosen?
I see. As you say, it isn't the Navigator, but the Keeper who presides over the heavens this year.
Which one's the keeper? Hold up. FF14, the keeper. I'll think. Oh, that guy. I know him. I met that guy.
If not the navigator, I thought I could at least pray to a god from the Far East. That's why I went to talk to you.
So that is the way of it. You came to me hoping to beseech our divinities to protect your father. But in my fervor to showcase our mascot, I failed to lend an ear to your earnest desire. Well, I hear you now, young one, and I shall tell you a tale about the Ryu that will grant you comfort. I need to recall a suitable one. Something that ideally features the ocean.
Quack, quack, quack. Oh? What's gotten into you, little one? Curious what lies that way, are you? It's a place called Whisper Canyon. Papa told me the waterfalls appear there after calamity, and they change the flow of the Nim River.
Waterfalls changing the course of a river. I believe I have the perfect tale for you, Sibley. One that will bolster your spirits as your father departs on his journey. Let us head to these waterfalls, that we might avail ourselves of their ambiance. Even Ryunosuke is keen, and we wouldn't want to ignore such a fortuitous omen. Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Quack, quack! A story that will give me comfort? I wonder what's this about? What is this about? What is it about?
Unlike a dragon. Evil Yakuza series be like. Alright. The Ryubugyo... Bakugo? I don't even fucking watch that series. The Ryubugyo has a mind to make for Woad Whisper Canyon.
Come, let us head to these waterfalls. They would provide the perfect setting for my tale.
Oh hey, someone had the same idea as me to wear the outfit. Hell yeah, man. Alright. Waterfalls. Oi. Here we go. Wow.
Quack, quack! They're big waterfalls, aren't they?
Yeah, I guess. They're alright, I suppose. Don't go chasing waterfalls. Listen to the rivers and the lakes that you used to.
Ahem, let us begin. The Ryu is a creature that shares many similarities with the dragons of Eorzea, but as I myself recently discovers, it is in fact a distinct being. Nor is there just the one Ryu. Nay, there exist myriad individuals, all of whom have their own tales. And the creature I will speak about is the mighty Seiryu, one of the four lords who legend holds birthed a great waterfall in the Far East.
Oh, I met that guy too.
Quack! That does sound exciting, doesn't it?
In the region of Yansha flows the One River, and its plentiful waters nourish nearby lands. In ages past, it is said Seiryu drank so deeply of the river that he altered its very course, and in doing so gave rise to a waterfall, the Dragon's Struggle. While it is not widely known, Seiryu was also regarded as a guardian deity who protected people from disasters of water.
Disasters like storms and floods?
Indeed. Long ago it was believed that calamities could be quelled by sacrificing a young maiden to a divine beast such as Seiryu. And while no written records exist, there is a tale of a seaside village that fell in the path of a raging storm. Desperate to calm the heavens, the villagers offered unto Seiryu one of their daughters. However, Seiryu showed no interest whatsoever in the young girl. To merely know the villager's plight was enough for him, it seemed. To merely know the villager's plight was enough for him, it seemed, and he turned the course of the storm and spared them untold devastation. A benevolent being is Seiryu, who wields power over water for good. Even now he hears our prayers and protects us and our loved ones from harm.
Yeah, you know, I beat his ass once.
That, my dear, is just one example of the noble beast we celebrate this heaven's turn. Together, let us offer a prayer to Seiryu, and wish your father safe travels and calm waters.
That sounds perfect, miss. Thank you so much.
We must thank Ryunosuke as well. Were it not for him, I might not have recalled the tale of Seiryu.
Now you can pray to Siriu for safe travels too, adventurer. But perhaps you already heard this story?
Straight from the serpent's mouth, in fact.
You mean to say you've met the great Siriu himself? To think that he was more serpentine in nature. If this is true, we would be able to celebrate him in the Year of the Snake as well.
I guess that's how that works?
Now that I think on it, miss, you said that no written records exist of that tale. How did you come to know it?
An astute observation, Sibley. You see, my family is said to be descended from the maiden who was offered to Siriu. Oh! As long ago as the event took place, there is no way to confirm the tale's veracity, but if true, it is by the grace of Siriu that I am here, alive. Thus have I made it my mission to spread the word of his noble kind. Looking back from the time you followed after Sibley, it is as if you have been guiding me, little one. I may be your caretaker, but it was you who was watching over me.
Just like an honest to God's Ryu.
Quack. Oh, hold on. I'm being asked what I want from Taco Bell. This is an important decision that I need to make. 1 second. Taco Bell, Taco Bell, Taco Bell, Taco Bell, Taco Bell. Let me go ahead and update the location so that I know what ones nearby have. What do they got going on right now? Grilled cheese nacho fries. That doesn't sound so bad, actually. Let me look at that. Hold on. Ooh. That actually looks like that might be really good, now that I'm thinking about it. Is there anything else I would want? This is the important question. They got the grilled cheese burritos, and I have always enjoyed those. Okay. Those are $3.99 though, so those aren't particular. That can't be particularly big. Would be the only thing. So maybe I'll just go with my grilled cheese burrito. Yeah, grilled cheese burrito for sure. And then, do I want anything else? Do I want a taco with that? I might want a taco with that. Okay. Hold on, I gotta pass my order along. Can I get a grilled cheese burrito, no sour cream, and a Doritos Locos taco? Okay. With this, I now know what I must do to initiate people into our traditions, and I shall continue doing so for as long as the Ryu reigns in the heavens. Okay. Come, let us head back to the city together. We wouldn't want to make your father worry, now would we, Sibley?
Uh-huh.
I gotta go back there myself. I don't want to spend the gil to teleport. I'll just... Excuse me. Excuse me. Natalie's sick with the cold, so there's the possibility that I might also be catching it. Which, I mean, you know, it's the cold. It's not that big a deal. And there we go. Alright, let's see here, let's see. Where am I going? I'm going, over here. Right to the Drowning Wench. Yep. Okay. Let's go ahead and finish up this event, do the last few things that we gotta do for it. Ah, here we go. We've got the Ryu's Metsuke, Bugyo, and Nosuke.
Is that so? Glad am I to hear that our adventure friend was of assistance.
Queh.
There you are, adventurer. Lest you wonder, young Sibley is now safely home, and I have just apprised the Ryu Metsuke of our fruitful outing. Now that I have discovered a more suitable approach to my draconic dilemma, I wish to wander the city again for onlookers. Though I regret to impose upon you once more, your support with Sibley was most helpful. Might you accompany me while I make my rounds about the area? With your discerning eyes, I am certain that you could readily identify those who might be receptive to our message. What say you?
Hell yeah.
I am truly grateful. Come, let us set forth at once.
The Ryu Bugyo and Ryunosuke are now accompanying you. Keep them at your side in order to proceed with the quest objectives. You can leave the Ryu Bugyo and Ryunosuke behind by entering a different area or by speaking to them and selecting the option to part ways. If you wish to have the Ryu Bugyo and Ryunosuke accompany you again, return and speak with them at their original location. Oh, this is fun.
Ryu and Dragon, East and West. While the differences between our cultures are numerous indeed, we have much and more to learn from one another. Together with Ryunosuke, I hope to leave a favorable impression.
While you accompany my colleague, I shall remain here, regale passers-by with tales from my own Ryu repertoire. With Ryunosuke's brother Ryuji here, rest assured I shall not want for cuteness.
Ryuji? Ain't that a Persona character? Queh. Queh. Ryunosuke puffs out his little chest, looking every ilm a proud Ryu. Adorable. Okay, where the fuck do I go now? Okay, there's not any sort of like additional little fun little, hey, do you want to talk to them in reference to this thing moments, so we can just go. Excuse me. Huh? What the hell is that chocobo chick supposed to be dressed up as?
Ryunosuke here is wearing a costume that mimics the Ryu, dragons of the Far East. It is held that these creatures have mastery over water, and a sailor such as your good self may benefit from knowing about them.
Ah, you ask me, it looks more like a sea serpent. Hold it. It wouldn't have anything to do with that thrice-damned primal Leviathan, would it?
I assure you there is no connection whatsoever. Far from causing disasters of water, the Ryu is a benevolent beast that protects us from them. If you are interested in knowing more, I invite you to seek us out at the Aft Castle.
Is that right?
Still, here in Limsa, we've got the Navigator. That's all the protection we need on the high seas.
Ah, yes, I understand the people of your nation look to Limlane and to favor them with safe voyages. Be that as it may, disasters of water can strike beyond the bounds of the sea, in which case placing your faith in the Ryu could provide you with added assurance.
Ha! Suppose it don't hurt to have more friends in high places, as it were. Fine, fine, I'll go see what it's all about. There you go. Uh-huh. This is good. Are we gonna talk to that, like, one lady who's, like, constantly, like, in love with that other guy, but, like, won't fucking talk to him about it? Nope, it's just a first name resolute, last name resident.
By the gods! I had just resolved to salve my soul with the sight of adorable creatures this year, and what should appear but the most charming of chocobo chicks. What's your name, little one, and what is that winsome outfit you're wearing? You have a keen eye, sir. This little fellow is Ryunosuke, and he is dressed as a Ryu, a dragon of the Far East. By thus attiring Eorzea's favorite beast of burden, we hope to create a symbol of friendship between our lands.
Well now, this adorable form should harbor such splendid symbolism. This adorable form should harbor such splendid symbolism. I've never heard of this Ryu before, but now I'm keen to know more.
In that case, sir, I invite you to seek us out at the Aft Castle anon. There, we will be glad to answer all your questions.
Excellent. We shall head there at once. You want to go do that?
Yeah, alright.
Well, that guy took a lot less cajoling than the other dude. Oh, hold up. Not this way. Wait. Hold on. Wait. Hold on. Hold on. Hey. Hold on. Hold on. Here we go. Now we're cooking with gas. First name, Idle. Last name, Yellow Jacket. Yes? How can I assist you in your curiously dressed chocobo chick?
If I may shed some light on the mystery of our mascot, little Ryunosuke here is named for the Ryu, dragons of the Far East.
Oh, I thought dragons are supposed to be fearsome. This fellow looks anything but.
Our costume companion notwithstanding, the Ryu is in fact a powerful and fearsome beast. Yet by the same token, they are fondly regarded as symbols of good fortune. Should you be curious about them, we would be glad to tell you more about it at the Aft Castle.
Being that's regarded with both fear and fondness. Intriguing. Perhaps I'll pay a quick visit to the Aft Castle before returning to work.
Oh, what a relief to see the locals take an interest in the Ryu. I dare say we have gathered enough people, so let's head back to the Aft Castle.
Yeah, alright. Ooh, we going. Ooh, we going. Running as fast as I can. No longer running as fast as I can. Tragic. Alas, such is life. Oh, but here we go. Oh, to be a chocobo. Hold on, what was that? What did that guy say? Hold up. No. Say it again. Just how powerful are these, Ryu? Hold on, everybody's discussing it. I need to reset that. Come on. No, say the lines again. Come on, you guys. Sounds like it'll be smooth sailing for me this year. Maybe I should get me own blessing. Oh, to be a chocobo chick in a dragon costume. My man's kinning hard.
So our Bugyo makes her triumphant return. You've done a tremendous job. She piqued the interest of so many.
You are too kind, Metsuke. None of this would have been possible without the adventurer and Ryunosuke's help.
Oh, his Sibley and her dad!
There you are, miss. My papa wanted to meet you, so I brought him.
So you're the kindly folks who helped my Sibley. I haven't the words to properly thank you, but I'm truly grateful for what you've done. I'm glad to see my girl smiling again.
Pray, do not mention it, sir. We too owe Sibley much and more. How fares the preparation for your journey, if I may ask?
Very well, thank you. And with Sibley praying to the legendary Seiryu for my safety, no matter how far I venture from home, I have no doubt that all will be well.
I shall pray for your safety as well. What little we might do to help you on your way, we'll gladly do it.
Indeed. Well, sharing the blessing of the divine beast is a fine thing. Now it's more rewarding to our delegation. Excuse me.
For all the help you've afforded us, I wish to give you a proper reward, yet I do not know what might be suitable.
I am suitable. Quair. Quair.
Ryunosuke? Are you saying you wish to accompany our adventurer friend?
Yeah, I believe the little one wishes to be your charm against tumultuous waters. They would be hard pressed to choose a better companion. We still have Ryuji to aid us in our work, so if you wish it, Ryunosuke is yours.
Ryunosuke, my little guardian, thank you for everything. May your divine aura keep our friend safe.
Quair.
And may you and yours enjoy the rest of the Heaven's season, my friend. Know that wherever the Ryu roars, good fortune shall be upon you.
Yeah, alright. I did it! Quest complete. Should you wish to draw Omikuji, the Omikujishi has returned to offer his services for the remainder of the celebration. Seek him out for a Heaven's Turn fortune. Furthermore, 12 extra fortunes have been divined this year. Keep a watchful eye on the adventure section of your Omikuji and discover what new journeys might lie in wait for you. What? What does that mean? Next time on Dragon Bow. That's really good.
May Ryunosuke serve you well, my friend, and may the blessing of the Ryu be upon you always.
I will leave Ryunosuke your care. His younger brother Ryuji appears content to remain here to celebrate. Tis a joy to see him so fervently flapping about at his draconic guitar.
I can now summon the Ryunosuke minion. Ryunosuke. As part of her efforts to introduce the noble Ryu, one of the totem animals to usher in a new year in the Far East, the Ryu Bogyo arranged for this chocobo hatchling to serve as a mascot. For its part, the creature seems to enjoy its role and wears its outfit with adorable zeal. Yes, I can feel the presence of mighty dragons all around us. Look at him. Adorable. What's this other minion that I've got here that I haven't? Oh, it's this guy. Flag. So named for its fluttering tail, this adorable reindeer calf boasts a prodigious appetite that belies its size. Especially partial to corn, it's threatened to devour clean a farmer's entire harvest, forcing the man to beg your retainer to take it away. I'm in no mood to be fawned over. Alright, come on.
You're so lucky, Papa. I'll praise Seiryu and ask him to give you lots of good fortune, too.
Well, what do you know? It says great fortune. That bodes well for my voyage. So last year, I got a bad fortune. Oh, hey, these two.
Fair fortune, is it? Well, I'll happily take that over the alternative. But I shudder to think what will happen if I make the same mistakes I did last Heaven's Turn. If I'm to properly understand this fortune, I must thoroughly read through each section. Here's one. Relationships. Treasure thy closest comrade. That should be simple enough. But who might this comrade be? Perhaps I should ask Botafoin for his insight.
Really? Let's see. According to Zomikuji, good fortune is upon me.
Now, as I recall, there are other minor fortunes in addition to this one, and they should be written here somewhere.
Ah, here we are. Relationships. Treasure thy closest comrade. A fine fortune.
Which comrade does it speak of exactly? Suppose it can't hurt to show them all a little extra appreciation, but...
You guys are adorable. Hey, give me one.
Greetings, my friend. I deal in omikuji, traditional Far Eastern fortunes. Would you care to draw one?
Hell yeah, man.
You may draw as many as you like, but know that you must pay a fee of 100 gil per draw.
Yeah, right.
Very good. I shall be happy to oblige.
Misfortune. God damn it, I got misfortune last year. Thou shalt experience misfortune. Heed these words of guidance, and thy luck may change. Adventure. Neglect not to lay plans. Relationships. Trust in thy comrades. Heed not gossip and hearsay. Prosperity. Fret not over excess stock. It shall not go to waste. Conflict. Be magnanimous in thine encounters. Favor. Like unto the destroyer's bolt, misfortune may strike without warning. Be ever prepared. You've been able to review the contents of your fortune after closing this window. Are you sure you would like to proceed? No. 'Cause I should take a screenshot. In fact, let's take a screenshot in OBS. How did you fare? Whether it was the desired result or otherwise, I pray the words imparted by the fortune serve to guide you in the coming days. Thanks, man. I'm gonna put this over here. And on that note, it's time to beat some other dragons. So that's the Heaven's Turn event. Like I said, it's not really my favorite, but I guess like some of the other ones tend to have like more kind of entertaining characters, like you know, the various Void Scent of All Saints Wake, or literally Yoshi P during the Rising. But regardless. Oh, and we need to swap our minion out. Where is my man's Midgard Stormer? Here he is. And let's go ahead and restart our New Game Plus. Hey guys, sorry I'm late. I needed to get my fortune for the year. As we have tarried over long, let us forge ahead as swiftly as we may, lest Ishgard bear the brunt of the Horde's fury. The closer we come to Hraesvelgr, the higher my spirits rise. But is it I who am elated, or Saint Shiva? Enough talk. Let us leave this risible place behind us. Oh, it's not so bad. As Chieftain Moglin has already explained, the shiny instrument we gave you is the best means of grabbing Hraesvelgr's attention. Yeah, I'll come along and show you the way to Zenith. That's the big palace where you need to blow the horn. First things first, though, we need to make for Asa. Oh, and watch out for rampaging dragons. Maybe that should have been the first thing, Kupo. And thus did everyone leave me behind. Well. Eggplant. Bow, 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 bow. Boing, bow, bow, boing, boing, bow, bow, boing. Oh, hey, are these the rampaging dragons? Hey, are you guys rampaging, or are you just like normal dragons? Ice dragon in waiting, moss dragon in waiting. Anyway. Alley-oop. A colony of landlords, huh? We should probably burn it to the ground. Anyway. Hey, are you rampaging or are you normal? Oh, you're rampaging. Okay. Oh, another one. Do. Hey man, you alright?
This is Yessa, part of the great worm Hraesvelgr's domain. Nidhogg's mouse and minions were like nothing more than to burn it down to rubble, so I must always remain diligent in my lookout duties, Kupo.
Fuck, man. You said it. Hi, hon. What? What? What did you look at that like? What are you looking like that at me for? I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
$20 is penance.
Natalie is demanding $20 as penance. Because she's sick. The histories make no reference to the existence of these ruins. Curious. Most curious. Do you see that sculpture to the south and west of here? I am all but certain it was carved in the likeness of Saint Shiva. South and west. South sculpture. Hold on. Oh, that one. Yeah, maybe. Never would I have believed that so much land lay hid above the clouds. Dravania is not as I imagined it.
Things were a bit mighty for a while there, but I think we've arrived in one piece, Kupo. I wonder what has the dragon so awfully snappy. I mean, the bad ones are always bad, but they seem worse than usual.
Yeah, fucked up. Waiting for the wind to change. Markhand seems fretful about the weather.
We may have a small problem, Kupo. When the winds are high like this, Hraesvelgr invariably abandons his lofty perch and heads for the lands below to hunt. If you try blowing the horn now, I doubt he'd hear it. I'd suggest we stop at the clearing up ahead and rest until the wind dies down.
Yeah, alright. Boing, 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 boing. Dragons, 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 dragons. We're getting pretty close to this thing. We're gonna be meeting Hraesvelgr soon. I'm pretty excited about that. I'm ready to meet Hraesvelgr. Hraesvelgr.
And now the very elements conspire to delay our meeting with Hraesvelgr. I must be patient. The fates make mock of us. To be so close!
Calm down.
Who can say when the weather will turn? I have a mind to make camp.
This should do nicely, Kupo. The winds will likely have died down by tomorrow, but until then we might as well make ourselves comfortable.
If we must interrupt our journey so close to its end, I suppose this place is as good as any. And mayhap a brief respite from the hardships of the road will help to clear our minds in readiness for the coming parley. Very well, then. I believe a campfire is in order. Leave the gathering of fuel to me. I acquired a keen nose for firewood during my time in the frozen wastes of Kurthus.
Oh, it's starting.
Clear our minds. Just Master Alphino, whose mind needs clearing. Thought of meeting a great worm in the flesh has befuddled the boy. Did you see him stroll away as if these ruins were not crawling with deadly beasts? Follow him, Eigeld, and see that the wildlife does not make a meal of our young friend. We will have the camp ready by the time you return.
Uh-huh.
Master Alphino's artless quest for firewood is like to get him killed. I suggest you follow after the boy and see that no harm comes to him.
Do you see that Oh, it's the same thing about the sculpture.
You know, Estinian may not be as bad as I thought, Kupo. Under all those orange spikes, he actually has a soft spot for his companions. Just a small one, mind. Oh, and don't tell him I told you, alright? He might fucking kill me.
This is a normal thing to ride around. Totally normal. Alphino, where are you? Ah. Alphino. Alphino. None of these dragons are even bothering me, because I'm too fucking busted. Ah. Oh, there he is. Leave the firewood to me. Sure thing, man. Estinian made fun of Alphino for getting bad firewood once, and the kid's never forgotten it. It's very funny.
I see I was right to worry about the boy's safety. Once Alphino returns with the wood, we can see about supper. The Ice Queen has filled a pot with what looked like stew ingredients ready for the fire.
Estinian Be Nice challenge. Is this voiced? Shit, man, it sure is wood. Excuse me. Poor little guy's drunk off his ass. Ah, few things compare to the simple pleasures of sitting beside a crackling campfire of one's own making. Just... it's a core memory for him now.
Ah, so speaks the great explorer. Until recently, you wouldn't have recognized a firewood if it came with kindling and a flint.
'Tis well you instructed me so patiently, then. But yes, left to my own devices, I would have been compelled to signal to you sail with a pile of damp leaves. I was born in the pampered son of a Sharlayan dignitary.
and, alongside my twin, became the youngest student ever to be accepted into the studium. How proud I was to match wits with scholars and philosophers. How ignorant of mine own shortcomings, that hubris invited manipulation and betrayal, and led to the downfall of the Scions.
Let's not forget about how you got really good at drawing because you wanted to impress girls.
We, all of us, are guilty of similar ignorance. How many men lay down their lives never knowing what it is they fight for, never questioning that which they have been taught to believe? It was only upon meeting Hraesvelgr that I learned the truth hidden within our history. Were it not for that chance encounter, I would never have vowed to tear down the Holy See and expunge the falsehoods with which it fans the flames of conflict. I would have lived and died in ignorance, that the truth has driven me to do terrible things I cannot deny, but I would rather sin in the pursuit of peace than imagine myself virtuous for perpetuating a needless war. If this journey has taught me anything, it is the importance and difficulty of holding to one's own convictions in the face of failure, of striving always to replace one's ignorance with knowledge.
You are well on your way, Master Alphino. At your age, I was but a fool swinging a spear with scarcely a thought in my head. Even now, I struggle to acknowledge the misconceptions under which I have labored. Sitting here amongst these grand ruins, how can I deny that man and dragon once lived in peace? But for all that such an age existed, we are now in a time of war. Nidhogg killed my family, and no quirk of history will exonerate him. I may be ignorant of how the Dragon Song War began, but if we do not put an end to this conflict now, I can say for a certainty that it will only breed more vengeful souls such as mine.
That is remarkably self-reflective of you, Estinian.
In my hands resides the power to vanquish a great worm. If Ishgard's survival rests on me wielding that power, I will slay Nidhogg myself. Orders or no.
Estinian, you gave your word.
My word is contingent upon the success of our parley. Show me the strength of your convictions, Lady Iceheart. Convince Hraesvelgr of the righteousness of your cause.
He has a point. That was kind of the deal.
Doubt not but that I shall, Dragoon. Well, winds willing, we shall have our answers on the morrow. Let us sleep now and face our fate with the rising of the sun.
Sounds good. Man, I am hungry. Quest complete. God, I hope we have a voice cutscene soon. I need to rest.
I trust you are well rested, Aigeld. Good. If we are to parley with Hraesvelgr, we shall each have need of the fucking shit, goddamn. We shall each have need of the full complement of our wits.
Hey girl, how you doing?
We must succeed in winning Hraesvelgr to our cause. Lend me your resolve, Saint Shiva.
Yeah, I'm sure it'll go fine.
Whenever you are ready, Warrior of Light, full eager am I to gaze upon this great worm.
Heart of Ice. Moghand is gazing meaningfully at the path to zenith.
The campfire was so cozy, I must have fallen asleep, Kupo. But do you feel how the winds have shifted? They will have borne Hraesvelgr back to the skies of Zenith. I'm sure of it. This is your chance to climb to the highest floor of the palace and summon him with a toot on that shiny horn. Sooner. So I'll be heading back now. If it's all the same to you. Good luck, Kupo. It was nice knowing you.
What do you think he meant by that? Oh, and everyone's walking off. Okay. Blow the horn on the top floor of Zenith. Now you may be thinking, I'm flying all the way over here. Surely I will just fly to the top of Zenith, correct? No, we walking. We doing this legit. Wait, is that it? I thought we would go higher up. I'm gonna be honest. But I guess we're just going up here. Yep. Yep. Midgardstormer, you're gonna get to see one of your boys. One of your baby childs. How you feeling about that, Big Daddy Dragon? Midgardstormer does not seem particularly pleased with my jests. Ah, look at that sun. Okay, I'm here. Lend me your resolve, Saint Shiva. It is time, Warrior of Light. So this is the place. Let's get that motherfucking toot going. I killed Shork toots as she pleases. Damn, that was a hell of a toot. Mortals, why do you disturb my solitude? Oh god, he doesn't speak English, that's right. Motherfucking toot. Hello, Ion Agenda. Hi, Hraesvelgr.
Hraesvelgr.
'Tis my name, don't wear it out. Thou speakest the name of a creature that but awaiteth the release of oblivion. Leave me. Hey, we worked really hard to get here.
Mine ears hear the tongue of dragons, yet the meaning rings clear within my mind. How can that be?
Magic.
Hraesvelgr, do you not remember me?
Hello,
'Twas
King of
I
46.
whom you found in Dravania. I who glimpsed the truth. The truth about your past. About Shiva.
Do not speak her name, mortal.
But speak it I must. I have summoned Shiva's soul from the beyond and offered myself as her vessel. She has made her heart known to me.
Foolish girl, thinkest thou my beloved spirit hath descended from the heavens? That the secrets of her heart are thine to know? This is when we get a bit more information on what primals are, actually.
I have surrendered mine to her. Do you not see, my love? I am Shiva reborn.
Gullible fool. The light but illuminated the past for thee. It did not grant thee omniscience. The spirit thou hast summoned belongeth not to Shiva. 'Tis but a shade conjured by thine own fancy. In an age long past, mine own kin were guilty of like folly, Beguiled by the Dark One's lies, they attempted to resurrect a king amongst worms. Yet the divinity they called forth merely borrowed the semblance of my fallen brood brother. Such gods are not summoned, but created. Phantoms spun from the threads of misplaced faith.
Then the spirit that answered me.
Was but thy dream of Shiva. Thy soul hath been corrupted by a deity of thine own making, child. Damn, that sucks. Hey, sorry your whole identity just collapsed.
Be that as it may, Lord Hraesvelgr, Izel's desire to heal the rift between man and dragon is real, and it has borne us this far. We would spare both our kind and yours the ravages of this senseless war. Pray join your voice to ours in a call for peace and forgiveness.
The tale of thy kind is one of avarice, treachery, and death. And thou wouldst speak to me of peace. Hark thee, mortal, to the naked truth. Then tell me thou deservest forgiveness. "1,200 years ago, my beloved Shiva's sacrifice served to bring an end to the war twixt man and dragon, paving the way for an age of peace and cooperation. 2 centuries of harmony were to follow, during which time the Elezen learned much about us, not least that the eyes of a great worm are the wellspring of its strength. 'Twas out of the selfish desire to possess this strength that King Thordan then conspired to undo all that our peoples had achieved together." Damn, sucks. "With the aid of his leal knights, that most noble of Elezen lured my brood sister Radatoskr to an ambush, and took from her that which he craved." Ain't that the squirrel from God of War Ragnarok? "Fain would I strike the image from my mind, yet still the scene doth linger, of my brood sister's tattered corpse, defiled by her Elezen allies. They had torn out her eyes and feasted upon them in the manner of wild beasts." Bro, fucked up. "Yet that was not all, for from their bloody banquet the fiends had gained strength beyond that of mortal men. Even now I labor to comprehend the enormity of their betrayal." "Needhogg was the first to learn of the atrocity, and he took to the skies, hungry for vengeance. But though he slew Thordan and some few of his knights, their fellow butchers knew only too well where to aim their spears, and with now practiced savagery they set about my brood brother, sending him flailing from the field. Such is the truth the Holy See would keep hidden. Such was the beginning of the Dragon Song War. 'Tis a song my kind shall ne'er forget. E'en should 10,000 years pass and Ishgard crumble into dust." Woo. Excuse me. Damn. That's rough, buddy.
Your tale bears scant resemblance to the one I was taught. How convenient that it should absolve your kind of all responsibility. But tell me, dragon, why should I believe your version of events?
What thou choosest to believe is immaterial. The betrayal that yet haunts mine every waking moment is no less than the truth to my kind. And Needhog meaneth for Thordan's people to suffer for this sin till the end of days. That which thou imaginest a war of extinction is but a punishment, a siege of the spirit. Hast thou not seen those who tire of the torment, those who abandon their own and side with dragonkind?
Ishgard's so-called heretics.
Know that all the traitor's progeny bear a trace of Ratatoska's essence, but a single sip of our blood is enough to awaken it. So everybody in Ishgard basically has the capability of Dragon TF.
The seed lies within us.
'Tis for this reason that those who abandon their loyalties are rewarded with a drink, and thus are they transformed to join the ranks of Needhog's ever-growing army as newborn dragons. One by one, through death or defection, my brood brother shall account for all of the betrayer's children.
Ye gods, I have borne witness to such a transformation. Looked on as a heretic assumed the shape of a dragon. I imagined it some manner of Dravanian enchantment.
Nope, Ishgardians can just do that.
But if any Ishgardian, regardless of allegiance, has such potential within them, 12 forgive us. To think of all the dragons we've slain.
Fucked up. There will always be some, of course, who choose to fight until the bitter end. Like thee, Dragoon. But struggle as thou might, thy youthful vigor will be spent ere thou reachest 210, and Needhog shall remain to torment thine offspring. 210? How much that?
Oft have I wondered why Nidhogg did not simply raze Ishgard to the ground. Now I have my answer. He has no intention of winning the Dragonsong War, for it is no war at all, but vengeance, an eternal requiem sung for his murdered sister.
Yeah, man. Thou hast the right of it, Dragonslayer. Comprehendest now the futility of thy quest. Not really.
I have not come this far only to admit defeat. We can still return the eye to Nidhogg and beg forgiveness for our ancestors' crimes. Mayhap our words will sway him.
They won't. Stubborn child, thou thinkest in mortal terms. Our perception of time is too broad for thee to grasp. I gotta stand up and stretch real quick. Woo! 'Tis a simple matter for thee to offer thine apologies. Thou didst not perpetrate the crime. Despite thy visions, the deeds of history seem distant to thee. For a worm such as Nidhogg, however, that history is yet part of his present, as fresh as the blood that did gush from Ratatoska's wounds. How could he not be driven mad? 'Tis only by the calming embrace of Shiva's soul that mine own fury hath not consumed me. But let us speak no more of what is done. My faith in your kind is spent, and I would be alone. Well, that didn't work. Anybody else have any ideas? Hey, Isael. How you doing now that your entire identity and hopes have collapsed?
What false god is this, Shiva? What manner of phantom have I welcomed into my heart?
Hey, don't worry about it.
Hey, sales not doing so good, you guys. As predicted, Iceheart's faith in the worm was misplaced, which leaves us with what one recourse. You know I have the right of it, Warrior of Light.
Yeah, but I don't feel good about it.
Hraesvelgr was every bit as awe-inspiring as I imagined. His voice fairly dripped with power. The will behind his words so undeniable that it transcended my ignorance of the dragon's tongue. 'Tis but a pity that I misliked what he said. So far did we travel, even unto the very heavens themselves, only to be dismissed like unruly children. Far from mitigating this humiliation, the hidden truths we have learned serve only to prove that our grand mission of peace was destined to fail from the first. Nothing will deter Nidhogg from his course.
Yeah, that sucks. Oh. Well, that's New Game Plus Part 1 for Heavensward done. She is a bunny. She is. That's Eigeld. Eigeld Stork. That's my Warrior of Light. She's great. Look at her. Okay. So, let's pop into Heavensward Part 2. Venturing deep into the domain of the dragons, the heroes come face to face with great worm Hraesvelgr, from whom they learn the sordid truth the Dragonsong War. Born of man's treachery was this bloody conflict, and by man's hand it must be ended. Thus does the Warrior of Light sally forth with Ishgard's greatest champion, the Azure Dragoon, on a mission to crush the serpent's head. Oh. Hey guys, I just blacked out for a second. It seemed like you all disappeared for a moment there. We ready to go? You sail? Yeah, Isail's still not doing good. Estinian?
Well, what do you propose we do now? I, for one, am intent on continuing to the east.
Oh, he seems happy.
What is there to be found in the east?
Nidhogg's lair, the Eyrie, is said to lie in that direction. And the eye tells me he is near.
No, I blew the area up yesterday. Oh,
You cannot still mean to slay him.
Aery. Excuse me.
You cannot still mean to stop me. I have been true to my word, and aided you in this fool's errand with Hraesvelgr.
It's
But
true.
your efforts at parley have come to naught, Lady Iceheart. I would see Ishgard saved, and for that, Nidhogg must die.
He's kind of got a point.
With the tale of our ancestors' vile betrayal yet ringing in your ears, you speak of continuing this war?
Nay, lady. I would but pierce its vengeful heart. When Nidhogg dies, this war shall die with him.
Not
A
necessarily.
moment, Estinian. You yourself spoke of the Great Worm's strength, that you believed him powerful enough to raise your city to the ground. How then are we few to challenge him? Even behind the stout walls of Ishgard, with an army of knights manning the defenses, our victory would be hard won. Yet you propose to contend with the beast in his own lair.
In close combat, this will afford us an advantage. And with two Azure Dragoons working in unison, who can say what might be possible?
He's talking about me, but I'm not going in as an
But
Azure
such
Dragoon.
speculation is meaningless if we cannot even find the worm. Our first task must be to seek out Nidhogg's lair.
The story of this nation grows bloodier by the moment. Must death always be answered with more of the same?
Excuse me.
Such is the way of things, I fear. I shall consider it a miracle if mine armor is not stained crimson ere this conflict is ended.
That I should be blinded by my own lies. Everything I believed, everything I thought I was, gone. All gone.
So, hey, are we just gonna leave Isail there?
Leave her. Your words will not reach her now. and we have not the time to wait for her to gather up the pieces of her shattered faith.
Jesus, Estinian, come on. Like there's a couple layers to this where it's just like Hraesvelgr basically said outright, just like, yeah, Nidhogg. The triumphant quest accepted music after that is just fucking hilarious to me. Like, Hraesvelgr basically spelled it out in the most purest terms possible. That, yeah, Nidhogg's not going to stop. Period. Like, ever. Like, there's no reasoning with him. There's no parlay. There's no, like, way that this ends favorably. It's really just like, yeah, if you want this war to end, he's gotta die, unfortunately. Hey, girl. Oh, wait, I read that one already. Okay, alright. There. Alright, I gotta go kill Nidhogg. I'll see you later. Do. Excuse me. Woo! Kill him now, then. I mean, that's what we're going to do. We just gotta find his house. Hey, do you guys know where the area is? I'm getting some hostility here. It's giving hostile. Go, flying alligator. Crocodile? Which one is this? I think it's an alligator. I always wonder, I can never remember if it's like alligators have the more rounded snout, crocodiles have the more pointed one, or if I am misremembering and it's the other way around, or if I'm misremembering that I'm misremembering and it's actually the initial way that I remembered it. I can never nail that down for some reason. Hey, do you guys know where the area is? I'm sorry, I didn't give you a chance to respond. That's my bad. You're correct, it's the first way. Okay. Excuse me, sir, do you know where the area is? What the fuck is an amphitheater? Oh. How's about a little bit of overkill? Thanks, Esteem. What's my phone buzzing for? They didn't answer again. Yeah, they're just being very rude today. I don't like it. Very unfortunately. Very unfortunately? Sorry, I'm checking Twitter. Give me a moment. Okay. Estinian! Estinian, look out! There's a lightning sprite right there! I basically saved your life. I want you to know that.
Estinian, pray tell me I am wrong.
Is that it?
Oh, that looks safe.
Aye, that would be the Eyrie. I feel Nidhogg's presence through the eye, his caustic hatred gnawing at my soul.
Oh, that sounds like fun. How's that
Seem
going?
the death of his consort has put him on guard. Mark how he wards his lair with tempestuous winds.
A similar barrier once barred our entrance to the primal Garuda's domain, until we discovered the means by which it could be penetrated. Mayhap it is time we called upon Master Garland. It will be just like the good old days, no?
I did misspell Garland. One of my posts from the other day, I misspelled Garland in it. Dang. Oh well. Na 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 na.
If our only remaining recourse is to violence, then we should seek out the swiftest path to victory. With every moment we hesitate, Ishgard's prospects grow bleaker.
Ain't Bleeker that guy from the Muppets?
A force of sufficient power to break through a primal's defenses might conceivably grant us access to the Eyrie. I can offer no better solution. Pray, consult this engineer friend of yours.
What, are you just gonna hang out here?
Very well, on the condition that you swear not to lure Nidhogg from his lair in our absence.
And steal all the glory for myself, you mean? Nay, I am not so selfish as that. Contact me by link pearl when your preparations are complete, and we shall set forth from Ishgard together. It wasn't so much the glory... Well, never mind.
I suggest we rendezvous back at Saint Renette's Forum, Ageld. From what I gleaned of the Holy See's decidedly ambitious airship project, Cid will still be in Ishgard.
Oh, wait, I don't need to take this. Alright, so should be over by Skysteel, yeah. Wow. Wow.
When last you saw Master Garland, he was advising the Ishgardians on their ailing airship, correct? In that case, he might still be at Camp Cloudtop. Failing that, we could try the airship landing, or mayhap even the Skysteel manufactory. But let us not waste time searching aimlessly. Someone in the city is sure to know where to find him. The question is, who? Sir Emmerich would seem the obvious choice, but there is no guaranteeing he will be able to grant us an audience at short notice. Ah, I have it! Count Edmund's youngest son prides himself on knowing all of the Holy See's juiciest rumors. Let us return to the manor and see if Lord Emanelaine is about. Oh, thank goodness. I love talking to Emanelaine. Taco Bell is here. Today. Good, I'm starting to get really hungry. You know what? I didn't get any cinnamon bites today, I'm realizing. I didn't request any. Oh well, that's fine. Down. Madeline Anawa. When it comes to exchanging information of uncertain origin, Lord Emanelaine is something of a prodigy. We were fortunate to find Lord Emanelaine at home. The tavern keeper's loss is our gain. Ah, the hero returns. How goes the fight, old girl? Well, I trust. In search of a Sid Garland, you say? Then say no more. The taverns are full of talk, and the name of said silver-haired genius has cropped up more often than most. I hear he has been tasked with getting that monstrous airship the Holy See commissioned to actually fly. 'Twould seem the project has been plagued with mishaps from the first. In any case, Garland Ironworks employees are known to frequent the airship landing, and I'll wager their master does too. The airship landing? Yes, I thought as much. Come, Igeld, we must find Sid and trouble him for his expert opinion. If you do find Master Garland at the airship landing, I trust you won't forget who told you where to look. Credit where credit's due and all that. Sure, man. Get me the fuck out of here. Ah, right. We gotta go over to the Athenium Astrologic. Come! Oh. He's just here. If Ishgard comes under attack, we'll have to get out of the city pretty sharpish. Don't much like the idea of leaving a job half-finished, though. What's that? There are dragons coming? Sorry, can't talk now. Have to finish this job and get out of here. Hi, Sid. Igeld, Alphino, how fare you both? Not terribly well, judging by your faces. Greetings, Master Garland. I'm sure it will come as a little surprise when I tell you we have need of a favor. Blah 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 blah. Another wind barrier, and you say it was conjured by Nidhogg. The Enterprise could certainly take you where you need to go. She would not fare well against dragons. She's agile for a ship her size, but not that agile. Dravanians would fly rings around her. And if they took it into their... Okay. We should be back. Yep, we got full connection. Sorry about that. My Ethernet cord got unplugged while there was some pest control happening. I did take the opportunity to grab my food real quick. So I am going to take a quick moment to eat. I'm not sure exactly when the stream cut out, but essentially, Sid has specified that the trip to the Eyrie is impossible for the Enterprise, their big ship. Just because, like, a primal is one thing. A single primal is one thing. A horde of dragons is a whole other. But he has suggested the idea of a smaller boat, which means we're going to be getting a new mount soon. Well, we'll be hitting the point where we would be getting a new mount if this was like a normal run instead of New Game Plus. We already have the mount.
I'm regretting not grabbing napkins before I came back. Time to give that toy of yours a proper field test, is what that said. It's probably best if I let the lads show you. Come on, the manufactory's not far. Not far. I gotta go through a whole ass loading screen to get there. What are you talking about? Yeah, I need a napkin. 1 second. Okay. Alright, I'm back. I'm back. Ooh. Oh, that Diablo sauce hitting. Alright. To the Sky Steel Manufactory. Probably gonna lapse on the voices a little bit while I'm trying to work on eating. Yes, the Sky Steel Manufactory. As I recall, this workshop is primarily devoted to the construction of dragon-slaying weapons. Yeah, I got a gun from here. These guardians have granted us the use of a small corner of their workshop, all part of the agreement. I think you'll see we've made some... We've made the most of the space. They all want to build bigger, but we know where the future is headed. Our little product's just inside. Oh, you're going to like this one.
Feast your eyes upon our latest and
Thank God it's
greatest
voiced.
feat of engineering. We call it a mana cutter.
After you put down Gaius, Wedge and me struck out on our own for a bit, and started work on the successor to the tiny Bronco.
Impressive little thing, isn't she? My talent for ship design has plainly rubbed off on her. They've adapted the principles of corrupted crystal technology and constructed a mechanism which converts ether from its surroundings into elemental wind. Said wind is then harnessed by the specially engineered sails, providing the craft with propulsion and lift. All in all, a most elegant solution. I'm actually a little upset that I didn't think of it myself.
The design does, however, come with one small flaw.
The energy conversion ratio's bloody awful. To generate enough power to get you off the ground, you need to be in an area awash with predominantly wind-aspected ether.
In other words, there are a few places you can fly, lots of places you can't.
The new Ishgardian airship hasn't left the boys much time for tinkering, meaning it may be a while before this particular project takes off. If you'll forgive the pun.
I won't. Oh, Tataru. Yeah?
Tataru, what's happened?
I've been looking all over for you. There's been word from Ulda. It's about Her Grace, the Sultana.
Oh, shit. Oh, God, excuse me. Right, the B-plot.
Seems you're required elsewhere. Leave the mana cutter with us.
Excuse
we'll
me.
see that she's airworthy and suitably equipped to slice through those winds. You, meanwhile, should concentrate on providing Raoban and the Sultana whatever help they need.
Can do. I'm as intrigued as you, Aigeld. Shall we hear what news Tataru has brought us? Tataru has news for you from Ulda. General Rabon says they may have uncovered the Sultana's whereabouts, and he wants you, by which I mean both of you, to go to the Waking Sands right away to help with the investigation. Come, Aigeld, pressing though Ishgard's plight may be, our presence here will not serve to hasten the Mana Cutter's completion. Let us return to the troubled lands of Thanalan and lend what aid we may. Tataru, have our friends of the congregation send a message to Estinian. Tell him we have identified a solution to our problem, but it will take some time to prepare. As you wish, Master Alphino. To the Waking Sands, Warrior of Light. 'Tis past time Ulda was delivered from this darkness. Yeah, I would really like to, you know, undo the thing that is, like, keeping me from showing my face in Eorzea. There's at least a handful of people that still think I killed the Sultana, probably. Like, probably not, but, you know. I don't want to fucking walk all the way there, or fly, or, like, have any fucking control. I'm just gonna fucking hire a chocobo porter. It's 15 gil. Whatever. It's always so weird to me when I get followed by somebody who, like, purports to be, like, some kind of, like, artist who does, like, graphics for Twitch streams. And they have absolutely no examples of their work. on their account. Like, I got followed by somebody that says that they're like a graphics artist for Twitch streamers. But as far as I can tell, everything that they show on their Twitter, it doesn't seem to be like their actual work. It just says reference image from the web. Which I assume means that they didn't make it themselves. They're just showing, hey, this is the sort of thing I can make you. But, like, I also don't believe that they could make that for me. Like, I don't even think this is, like, a real person. Anyway. Alright. Where are we headed? We gotta go to... We have to pray return to the Waking Sands. That's right. Woo! Someone meowing? Oh, is this voiced? Please tell me it's voiced. We're doing so good on voiced cutscenes. Oh, hey, Ramon.
Thank you for coming.
Oh, thank fuck.
No thanks are necessary, General. I trust your recuperation continues apace.
I cannot complain. Thanks to Higiri and her ministrations, I've regained much of the strength I lost during my imprisonment.
Oh, hey, Ramon. How's that new voice treating you? It seems like he's treating him just fine.
I gather you have made progress in the search for Her Grace.
Aye, some good fortune at last. A few days past, Dulala informed us that a sizable shipment of alchemical supplies had been delivered to the palace.
I don't know what that means.
With Papa Shan's assistance, I set out to ascertain the source and nature of the shipment. My inquiries led me to Frondale's frontistery. There, I learned that an order had been placed for a curious substance designed to sustain patients trapped in death-like slumber. An invention of the former head alchemist, apparently.
A death-like slumber? This cannot be a coincidence.
It lends some weight to Dulala's claims, aye. Her Grace is likely somewhere within the palace, abed but alive.
Hey, listen. You know, sometimes you go to a party, someone's passing around a vial, and they're just like, bro, you gotta try this. It'll slip you into a death-like slumber. And you just gotta be like, fuck yeah, pass it here, man.
Before making any attempt to extricate the Sultana, however, it seemed prudent to learn what manner of substance was used to induce her torpor. To that end, I made inquiries as to the whereabouts of the one most likely to have administered it. The lady in waiting, Meryl. We sent for you as soon as we learned of her location. All that remains is to apprehend the woman.
For?
We shall find our cat's paw in the Silver Bazaar. But we must tread carefully. The market is not the bustling place it once was, and someone is sure to mark our coming. Should they inform the monetarists, we'll have a fight on our hands.
He's just meowing at me.
We must
What's
be
he meowing
prepared
for?
for the worst.
What are you meowing for?
Being
Come here.
short an arm, I thought it wise to take another in its stead. What say you, warrior of light?
Oh, you can't have my
Will you lend
arms.
me yours?
My arms are mine.
Then I pity
Oh, you
the
mean
bastard
like
that stands
metaphoric?
in our way.
Okay.
Come, my friend, for Nanamo and for Uldar.
Be prepared to come fully armed. Wait a minute. I did it. I pray returned to the waking sands. Slav Swiss. How's it hanging?
Raubon's recovery has been nothing short of miraculous, but I should not be surprised. By his scars, I gather that he has survived many terrible wounds.
Arnvald, my man, how you doing? I think these are all the same pieces of dialogue these characters all have the first time you come through. If one had chosen to entrap the Sultana in death-like sleep rather than slay her, then one must surely also know of a means to rouse her from said state. There must be an antidote to this poison. Our target is Mariel, the Sultana's former lady-in-waiting, a woman of Midlander heritage. I am told the two of you have met. Our sources indicate that she left the palace shortly after the incident and quietly rejoined the dwindling population of the Silver Bazaar. I suggest we begin by questioning the market's residents and confirm that Mariel is still in hiding there.
Sounds like a plan.
Oh, dude, there's a chocobo keep there. Cool. Maybe I can just take one out of Vesper Bay. I don't want to control my way there. I want to just like press a button, sit back and just be like, yeah, I'll just wait. You know? Just wait. Excuse me. That's what fucking public transpo is all about, you know? I still remember the last name. Mulrila? What? Maybe I gotta take one to Horizon and then I can get one to the Silver Bazaar. Actually, hold up. Wait. There's a ferry. I could just take the ferry. Arms vendor in the sands. I feel like I've seen her sister, but I don't remember where. God, if only Final Fantasy XIV had, like, a reliable wiki that you could use, but, like, none of the Final Fantasy XIV wikis are particularly good for, like, lore capacity, unfortunately. None of them are good for random NPCs. It sucks! It sucks! It's all just dungeon and trial, like, fucking strategies. It's just like, come on. Please. Your name's Danielle. Mariel, she's here. Left the city for good, she says. Barely leaves her house, though. It's still the closest one to the market entrance. Oh, well, shit. Alright. They don't even have armor galleries. I know, it's awful. I'm not going to name any particular ones, because that just, it feels weird to do so. But it's just like, fuck, man. Come on. Alvaro. I have met the Sultana's handmaiden on numerous occasions, but I cannot for the life of me bring her features to mind. Our target is Mariel, the Sultana's former lady-in-waiting, a woman of Midlander heritage. I'm told the two of you have met. Our sources indicate that she left the palace shortly after the incident and quietly rejoined the dwelling. Don't worry, she looks like a generic Midlander. You can't miss her. You know, it's kind of it's a little funny. So something that has been brought up recently is that a lot of like older stories where like the main characters are some degree of like well off or nobility, that talk a lot of the time about how like isolated they are or how alone they are or and stuff like that, always happen to mention just kind of just, you know, slightly in passing that like the house is filled with servants. And it's kind of interesting to think about, just like these fucking like this nobility is just like, oh, I'm so bored and I'm so alone, and it's just like your house is full of people constantly. The only reason you think you're alone is because you don't see your servants as people. So there's part of this I find this kind of funny, like with regards to Alphinaud specifically, because we know he's like descended from like Charlian nobility, and it's just like, Alphinaud, the reason you can't recall her face is because you don't think servants are people. Like, let's be real here. Like, you haven't had enough of your character development yet to think that. Hello, Yusa Servade. You don't get it, Shark. My maids are not people, they're workers. I can't talk to workers, they're all disgusting. Hold on, I'm eating chocolate. I suppose it was too much to ask that we stumbled upon her buying fruit in the market square. Doolala! Doolala, is your name Doolala Doola? Or Doolala Lala? Doolala 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 Lala? Do-dow, do-da-da-dow. Do-dow-dow-dow-dow-dow, do-dow, do-dow. Let us gather all the players together. This has gone on long enough. Rowban. Please to introduce class conflict in the chat. Gods damn it, where is she? I will tear this place apart if I must. Easy now, General. We don't want her bolting down some other hole. The Madeleine will really be like, woe is me, no one will talk to me, and Anarwa is just standing in the eaves, glaring at the back of his head. Hi, Kiki-Poo. Your hair sucks. What brings you to our lonely little hamlet? I believe the arrival of your entourage just about doubled our population. Looking for Muriel, you say? You're hoping to lure her back to Ul'dah, you may as well give up now. Your girl's done with city life. Yeah, well, city life ain't fucking done with her. Oi, spotty meo. Do I know of any returning residents? Gods, don't tell me they're starting to come back. My masters will not be pleased to hear of this. What? House closest to the market. So this one, I guess, right? Yeah, this one. This round boy. I'd rather have Kikipoo's hair than Doolala's hat. That's fair. No, it's not this one. Is it this one? Hey. Hey. Hey, girl, hey. Is this one voiced? Please tell me this one's voiced.
You are Muriel.
Oh, thank God.
The Sultana's former lady in waiting?
I know no one of that name. Pray excuse me.
It's literally on your text box, lady.
General Alden.
I can't make that joke because I already have it canon that Aigale can hear the background music. I can't have it canon that Aigale can see the text boxes.
we will have the truth from you.
General
girl.
Alden and his fucking legion of Lalafell. The Lala Legions. Ah, this fucking guy.
Mayhap it would be better coming from me.
God, you even sound like an asshole.
Lonorito, you best talk fast.
Cut him in half, cut him in half, cut him in half, cut him in half, cut him in half.
As you know,
Damn.
Teleji Adeleji's Cartano reclamation bill was no more than a facade. A means to get his grubby little hands on that Allagan monstrosity Omega.
Omega!
When he learned of Nanamo's intention to abdicate, however, he was forced to amend his plans. Suddenly, assassination seemed the most promising way to further his ambitions.
This motherfucker said Omega. Omega.
I am told Teleji had discovered a maid in whose veins ran the blood of House Thorn.
Oh,
a
shit.
new, more pliable puppet to sit the throne. 'Twould have caused an uproar, of course, but few could have contested her claim.
Isn't the Thorn Dynasty the folks that ran Sildi, though?
'Twas plain that Teleji's wild machinations had outgrown our ability to control them. So I decided to usurp his scheme and left the fool to seal his own demise.
Could you realistically say that a royal family from Sildi has claim to the Ul'dah throne? Realistically speaking. You guys ever feel the urge to sometimes press L3, R3 on the head of some NPCs in this game? Oh, trust me, Lolorito is like way at the top of this list. For sure.
And what of Nanamo?
Oh, I have no desire to harm her grace.
It's realistically
Could
speaking,
profit
no,
me
but the
little
implication is
to
that they'd spin
destabilize our
propaganda.
government. Thus did I employ young Mariel here to administer a potent sleeping potion in place of a poison.
I mean, Mariel, listen, you may not be able to take the throne as from being, like, from the Thorn bloodline, but, like, you've got Little Lady's Day. That's gotta count for something, right?
You should know, General, that your dear friend Ilberd was fully aware of my plan.
Yeah.
I had him lie about the assassination as a means to prime your rage against Teleji.
Prime your
We weren't
rage?
entirely sure how you would react, but things went rather better than expected.
Does better than expected include getting his fucking arm cut off?
You conniving little worm. You had your claws in the Crystal Braves before their first recruit had sworn to serve!
But of course, when a new game begins, 'tis only prudent to have a piece on the board. Ilberd was mine.
Yeah, how's that working out for you, by the way?
Truth be told,
question.
a significant proportion of the Braves' initial endowment was also mine. With such large sums moving about, 'twas a rather trifling matter to disguise my own contribution.
Hey, Alphino?
Ah, Ilberd. I secured his services with a promise to support his cause once my authority had been solidified. I swear, the man thinks of naught but prizing Alamigo from the grasp of the Empire.
I hate this potato. Yeah, Lolorito sucks.
Unlike you, General, the poor fellow seems quite unable to forsake the land of his forefathers. Mayhap that's why he called you a traitor to your people and a disgrace to your homeland, amongst other things. What was it he always compared you to?
Rabon, if you're not going to cut him in half, I can do it. I can do it. If you want, I can.
Oh, how we laughed.
Like, do you want down the middle? Do you want me to, like, do...
Alas,
Okay.
Ilberd's entertaining little outbursts eventually gave way to wearisome tirades, and the zealous brute became rather unruly. I had no wish to see you executed, you understand, but he would not take no for an answer. Rest assured, his employment with me has long since ended.
I can't believe the insane murderer that I employed to be an insane murderer turned out to be an insane murderer. Who could have foreseen this? Jesus fucking Christ, Lolorito, you're a goddamn idiot. Please use your majestic square jaw to slice this rat in half. Like, this whole thing reeks of just completely throwing Telegia under the fucking bus to save his own skin. And I mean, to be fair, Telegia out of Legi 100% deserved it. Everything that happened to him was... He kind of made his own bed with that one. But Cage, I didn't hire the insane murderer to eat my face.
Which brings us neatly to the present. What say you, General? Both you and the Sultana are alive. We have one corpse and one fugitive. And preparations have been made to restore your good name. Shall we cry quits and start again with a blank ledger?
The hells we will! Do you honestly expect me to forgive and forget? After all you've done? You're guilty of high treason!
Technically, you don't have the authority to do anything about that right now.
You yourself are not innocent. Or have you forgotten your own crime in executing Telegi Adelegi without trial?
No jury in the world would convict him.
To the Sultana, such deeds are in violation of both the word and spirit of the law.
No jury would convict him, honestly. No jury would convict you. You could just do it again. It's okay.
If you would, Lord Lolorito?
You could take out both of them in one sword stroke. I won't say anything. I'm no snitch.
This potion will wake the Sultana from her slumber. Consider it a gesture of conciliation. You will find Her Grace resting comfortably within her private chambers. Should you doubt my word, I shall willingly accompany you to the palace as your hostage.
Where's Baldur's Gate 3 decision power when we need it?
I like not your motives, Lolorito. But you saved the Sultana's life, and for that, you have my gratitude.
He doesn't deserve it.
Rauban Aldin, you are hereby reinstated as General of the Immortal Flames. The citizens of Uldar shall once more be united under Nanamo Ulnamo, and together we shall usher in a new age of prosperity.
I fucking hate the Monitarists so goddamn much. Like, the only one I don't outright despise is Godbert Manderville, and even then, he's on thin fucking ice. I actually dislike that this is how they resolve the ARR plot threads they got set up, but it also allows them to focus on the Dragon War plot, so it feels like, oops, we better do something about this. However, there is one silver lining. What's that? You would kill the one you served. Pray excuse my mutterings. I was reminded of a line from an old poem. By the 12, I feared Lord Lolorito's arrival would herald another bloodbath. It should have. Little did I suspect that he of all people would gift us the means to rouse the Sultana. Awakening in Ul'dah. Alphinaud would see this dark chapter in Uldah's history brought to a close. Shall we also make our way to Ul'dah? I should imagine Bartholomew has been instructed to admit us. Yeah, alright. Boy, 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 boy. Boing, 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 boing. Here we go. After the 4.0 story, there's the part where Lolorito hires the Alamegan refugees to work for him, and according to the NPC dialogue, he's like actually giving his money to the people in Pearl Lane. I suppose there's that. I still want him to die. I still do not like Lolorito. I know Saj Blackrock. Bye, no Saj Blackrock. Hold on. This way. That Husting Strip title is always a little unclear where it's supposed to be. 100% because Rabon scared the billionaire into giving away most of his fortune, but he still sucks. There is that. I do think Lolorito being so fucking scared of Rabon is just like, I don't want to get cut in half, here's all my money, is very funny. He still sucks. Hey, man. You shouldn't be here. If they find you, they'll arrest you like they did the others. Look, I didn't see you, alright? If you know what's good for you, you'll put 100 mulls between yourself and Ul'dah. I genuinely love that most of the Crystal Braves that you find in the wild between, like, the end of Realm Reborn and, like, this point in the story are either, like, scared of you, or they're, like, actually on your side, and they're, like, willfully sabotaging, like, the people who are in charge. Like, that's cool. I appreciate that they're doing that from the inside. Just like, people really like me, okay? People like me a lot. It's like that one post about the smartest Batman henchman in existence. Oh yeah, the one for... Okay. Real talk. That clip is from the movie Mystery of the Batwoman, which is a movie that is mostly... like, it's fine. But that is a really good scene. Checks the dark room, sees Batman. Did you see anything? No, nothing here. Keep on walking, Blondie. Yeah, that is a really good scene, honestly. I feel like it's been a hot minute since I've played any of the Batman Arkham games, but I don't remember if there were any moments like that in those games. I would love to revisit those at some point. Like, I know friend of the stream and housemate Opal has been talking about doing an Arkham playthrough. We just haven't found the time for it. But I've also been thinking about doing one myself. I hope Lord Lolorito's potion is effective as he claims. It would appear that the Syndicate has moved swiftly to clear our names. Bartholomew, for one, does not seem remotely surprised by our presence here. Hey, dog. How's it hanging? Flame General Rabon mentioned you might be coming. Please this way if you will. How many housemates friends of the stream are there? I thought it was JB and someone else. I don't remember. Opal. Opal is JB. JB and Opal are the same person. Sometimes I just say Opal instead of JB because Opal's like their stream handle. Stellar Dog Opal. I just occasionally use it entertainably. Damn, she do be death-like sleeping, though. But yeah, there's 5 people that live in this house. It's me, Natalie, and then friends of the stream and housemates, Austin, Ixao, and JB / Opal. Good morning, Nanamo. You will not believe what sort of shit we've been up to.
I was having the longest dream.
Okay, it was Ixao who I was thinking of, and Austin is the unknown entity. They tucked her in with her plushies. I mean, yeah, they're not fucking monsters. I mean, they are, because they're capitalists, but they're not monsters. I thought of something while I was thinking about, like, the whole, like, death-like sleep and everything. So I really like the movie Maleficent. It's pretty good. I think Angelina Jolie is really good in it. I enjoy the twists. It's one of the few like live action Disney remakes that I genuinely enjoy, mostly because it puts an interesting twist on the original story, not like some of the other ones which were just like straight up remakes. Like some of those are fine. Like I remember quite liking the Cinderella remake, but like otherwise like most of them just are fine, or in the case of Lion King, bad. Though that one's not live action, that's animated. But it's live action in spirit, I would say. Like it's the Lion King remake is not live action, but it is in the spirit of the live action remakes, which makes it really difficult to like quantify. Maleficent seemed to do what Snow White and the Huntsman wanted to do. Snow White and the Huntsman is just kind of its own thing. Like, that's not even Disney. A little fun fact for you. Also, fuck the director of that movie. Anyways. And it's in the spirit of being a bad movie, too. Exactly. But Maleficent, I really like Maleficent. Quite a bit. I like the twist on Maleficent's character and the whole conflict with the king in that movie. I like that they're not really shy. Like, the metaphor in that movie is very obvious. But I like they're not I like that they're not shy about making it obvious, you know? Like, they portray what they portray, and they're just like, this is exactly what you think it's supposed to be. And I respect that. The weirdest scene in that movie to me is the scene where she actually places the curse on Sleeping Beauty. Where it's just like, so it's the celebration of Aurora's birth, and for some reason I guess somebody just left a fucking spinning wheel just out in the open, and it's just Maleficent looking around the room just like, on her 16th birthday she will hold on, I can't. Just one second, Your Matt. Just give me a moment, please. She will prick her finger on the spindle of a spinning wheel and fall into a sleep like death. And it's just like, are you just pulling ideas by like naming things in the room? Like, did you put any thought into this? And I mean, like, she did, because she's got the bit at the end. Like, okay, the way that movie worked, like, I'm gonna go off for a little bit. One of the things that I genuinely love about that movie is the way that it uses the idea of true love, where the caveat of she can be saved by true love's kiss is meant to be a dig at the king, because at that point Maleficent doesn't believe true love exists because of what the king did to her. And then the way that it sort of like does the swerve at the end, where it's just like true love can come in a lot of different forms, is, I think, fantastic, quite honestly. Like, I love that. Go off, Queen. And then there's a sequel, which is just awful. Just terrible. I don't even, like, it's cool that, like, we get, like, more of, like, the Maleficent-style fairies in that particular movie. But it's also not good. I should watch Maleficent, I should add. Oh, yeah, no, absolutely watch Maleficent. Like, Maleficent, the first Maleficent is pretty good. It does kind of fall into an issue that a lot of, like, the early live-action Disney remakes had, where it's just, like, they try to make CG characters that kind of, like, fit in at, like, they just, like, what would a creature like this look like if it was real? And in doing so, make something that looks absolutely disgusting and just the most offensive thing to my eyes. Like, the tree guys are cool, but, like, the fairies that are supposed to raise Aurora when they're in their fairy forms, not particularly appealing. We love CGI abominations. Yeah, it's just like, here's the thing. It kind of works in, like, the live-action Alice in Wonderland. Again, I also like the live-action Alice in Wonderland, the first one at least. Just because, again, interesting twist on the concept, where it's just like, this is a grown-up Alice going back to, like, her Wonderland, or, like, Wonderland, like, after the fact, after she's all grown up. You say those words right as I'm about to bring up Johnny Depp CGI breakdancing. I mostly like it. But it's just like CGI creatures kind of looking like an abomination in the live action Alice in Wonderland kind of works, because Wonderland is as much as whimsical as it's supposed to be. There is sort of like an off-putting element that kind of works within the concept of that kind of world, you know? So, like, that's fine. IMO, in my humble onion. But in Maleficent, it's just like, why are you making me look at these horrible creatures? Why am I being forced to do this? Again, the tree guys are fine. When she says that the one tree guy, Balthazar, is classically handsome at the beginning of the movie, she's right. Like, I'd hit it. Anyway, that makes sense. I did like the weirdness CGI in Alice. Yeah, it's fine. The Jabberwock was cool. I thought, what was the big fucking cat, the weird cat thing? What was that called again? That was the Bandersnatch, that's right. Jub Jub Bird was fine. It didn't really have a whole lot of presence. Some of that continued into the sequel, but much like Maleficent, the sequel is not as good. There are a handful of things I like about the sequel. I enjoy time. Sacha Baron Cohen's time is honestly kind of a delight to watch, admittedly. And I did like the reconciliation between the red and white queens in that one. That makes me cry a little bit, but I usually cry at, like, sort of like resolution and healing from, like, family trauma like that. So that's not too surprising that made me cry. Anyways, we should probably continue this cutscene.
It's time to wake up, Your Grace. Another day begins in Thanalan, and the sun blazes bright upon the sands.
Sorry I had to, like, take a moment to go on a tangent about Maleficent and Alice in Wonderland there. Lala, your hat still sucked. I was thinking the same thing.
Her Grace is awoken. The palace physician assures me she's none the worse for her slumber.
Raban, could you maybe, like, wash your face or something?
I believe Her Grace will soon resume her plans to place the government of Uldar into the hands of its citizens. Whatever path she chooses to take, I shall walk it with her. And we shall tread slowly, lest the nation be unsettled in our wake.
Well, I don't like it.
Her Grace's compassion is a shining beacon to us all. But what our city truly thrives upon is competition. 'Tis in the struggle against our rivals that opportunities are seized and fortunes made. And with the Empire on the offensive once more, now would hardly seem the time to turn our system of government upon its head.
Lolorito, I am going to kick you in the temple.
Are you privy to new intelligence, my lord?
I would hardly call it new. Remind me, what was the name of that enormous Imperial warship which met its end in Mordona? Oh, wait, I have it. The Agrius. Yes, well, 'twould appear that the Garleans have been hard at work on another such vessel.
This motherfucker said Garleans.
How close are they to completing this ship? Is it operational?
Its maiden flight was a success, I hear. I should imagine Emperor Varys is eager to see how it performs in battle.
Emperor who?
My lords and ladies,
He doesn't sound
I
important.
move that it is time to repair the damage caused by Teleji Adeleji and prepare our great nation to repel the Empire once more.
This motherfucker said Omega and Garleans. Maybe I should start calling him Lolorito.
"'Tis well that the Sultana has awoken. The Syndicate yet needs to put its house in order, but 'twould seem the worst of the confusion has passed.
Hello, G-Man.
Uldar has taken control of its future, and I must do the same."
No, Gage, don't call him that. He's into it. Ugh. Yes, mispronounce my name. It gets me rock hard.
I have decided to disband the Crystal Braves.
Really? Just now?
Among the recruits, there were those who supported our order's goals and convictions with all sincerity. 'Tis my hope that these loyal men and women will choose to remain our allies in the battles to come.
Alphino, it's been like a month since the Crystal Braves betrayed us, and you're just now making the decision to disband them? Do you still have that authority, technically speaking?
As for those who sided with the traitor, Ilberd, they shall be hunted down and held to account for their crimes. It is my earnest hope that they will surrender themselves peaceably when the time comes, though I think it unlikely.
Oh, who's that fucking, like, Lalafell that I hate, who was always in for the money? Lalafell, Crystal Brave. Yu Yu Hase. Can I kill Yu Yu Hase? Can I personally hunt down Yu Yu Hase? Yu Yu Hase is 45 years old. Shut your fucking mouth. He's 45 years old. Oh. Oh, it's always I always lose my mind whenever I hear the ages of like Lalafell characters. Cause I'm just like, hold on a second. They are 2'5".
Conquering crystal braves. The model army meant to pave the way for a single
motherfucker's
unified
older
grand
than
company
Sid.
of Eorzea. That so high an ideal should be brought so low.
It's okay, Alphino. Who amongst us hasn't accidentally created
I
a...
need not tell you how deeply the betrayal stung me. Yet I see now that it was mine own naivety and pride which allowed the braves to fall prey to corruption.
Who amongst us hasn't created a freestanding army with no
As
allegiance to any country?
It is to your own
Who among
shining
us?
example that I turn for inspiration. Like you, I mean to stand firm in the face of hardship and give mine all for the cause.
Hell yeah, I'll drink to that.
Let us resume the search for our missing comrades, that we might come together to shine the light of dawn across the realm once more.
How soon do we find Y'shtola again? Because I know she's the
role of
first one that we
Crystal
tracked
Brave
down.
Commander suited me ill, and I shall play it no longer. Henceforth, I shall be no more or less than Alphino, proud member of the Scions.
Good for you. I wonder what new hairstyles they're going to add with 5.55. I hope there's some good ones. I blush to speak of thus my... hold up. I blush to speak thus of mine inner turmoil. I think you find her when you meet Grandma? Maybe. But the fact remains, there is no woman alive in whom I would rather confide. Were it not for your shining example, I might never have emerged from beneath the pall of my despair. Oh, you know, I do what I can. Still no word from Master Garland. I hope this mana cutter of theirs is nearing completion. Oh, Yugiri. I'm assured that her grace will make a full recovery. I, and Ul'dah, too, shall flourish once more. General Raubon and his colleagues have matters well in hand, I believe. Uh-huh. Lady Yugiri, a question if I may. I believe your people have been keeping a close watch on the Crystal Braves. Might you know how things stand at the Rising Stones? There's so much plot that's just... Yeah. We need you to be elsewhere while time progresses. Time to take care of those loose plot threads. Which, I mean, is fine. Like, I would prefer loose plot threads be tied up than abandoned. Ah, yes, of course. You will be pleased to know that the 3rd Unit Braves abandoned Remnant's Toll when they learned of Captain... Oh! To me, I say I'm grateful to are true to their oaths. Just throws off a lot of the flow. We need to spend a little bit of time with the B plot at the very least. Ere we return to Ishgard, I must go to the Rising Stones and thank these stalwarts for their service. There should be a final act as Crystal Brave Commander. I need to be right back. 1 second. Alright, I'm back. Will you join me, Aigeld? You were there at the company's inception. 'Tis only fitting that you be present at its end. And I would appreciate the support. Sure thing, little man. Da 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 da. Yeah, the thing I would say with regards to like Lolorito being like, we need to be ready to repel the Empire's advance. It's just like, you have to remember that canonically speaking, all of the like at the point that like the greater plot is at currently. There's not quite as much of a reason for, like, the various Garlean, like, bases in Eorzea to still be functioning as, like, enemy strongholds. But, like, at the very least, up until that point, like, those bases are all still, like, threats in one way or another. Like, there's people in... Canonically, there are still soldiers in those bases, and they still pose some kind of a threat. Canonically. Gotta go this way. Hey, how's it going? Hold on. Are there any Crystal Braves around that I can actually talk to? Oh, there's Sophie and Radovan. Hi, Sophie and Radovan. Oh, there's one. We rejoice at your return, O esteemed and merciful warrior of light. Please have mercy on me, sob. Oh, don't worry. I am indeed fair and just. Bases are operational, they just haven't been under orders yet. So, like, Baelsar's Wall or Cape Western are very much meant... Wait, what? Wait, I want you to stand, like, right behind him. Hold on. Let me just... 1 second. Oh, shit. That's not what I wanted to do. Here we go. Let me just... There we go. Hold on, let's There we go. There's the thumbnail. Hold on, I gotta... set it up the way that I usually do. And screenshot. Hey, what's up? Okay, now we can progress the fucking story. We might go ahead and call it after this whole bit with... Well, maybe not. It depends on how much time we got left until we, like, get to the dungeon. Oh, hey, all the people that are still cool. Sup, fuckers? Real! Oh, Real, I missed you. Commander, you're alive! And I, Gale, too. I knew you'd scrape through. My splendid Crystal Braves, I have wronged you. All of you. My promises of glory and salvation have brought you naught but blood and betrayal. Bah, you'll not hear us complaining. 'Twas a sight messier than we expected, aye, but we was still fighting for the freedom of all, just like we swore. Ain't that right, mates? Aye. The one on the right. I like her. She's got a really good outfit, honestly.
You humble me. I am truly blessed to have such steadfast comrades. It is with the most profound regret, then, that I must...
That's enough of that, Commander. We know what you've a mind to say, and we ain't having none of it. That is a really good outfit, but I don't think I've seen her again. I think she just kind of hangs out in the Rising Stones for most of it. Like, doesn't she usually, like, work the bar? We've talked it over, see, and we all agreed. You can take our uniforms and strip us of our ranks, but we won't be no less of a company.
But the Crystal Braves... The Crystal Braves may be finished, but the ideals upon which the company was founded live on. They bind us to each other. And to you.
I thought Alian worked the bar with Flamine. Ah, she might. I might be misremembering. But I definitely remember seeing that other one, like, around more than once.
Commander, Alphino, our minds are made up, so you might as well get used to it. Let us help the Scions. Let us help you find Minfilia and the others.
Hell yeah.
My friends, after all that's happened, I know not what to say.
You could just cry about it. Oh yeah, he's gonna cry about it. There. Ergumus. Ephemy, that's her name. Hey girl, hey.
Abigail Sjork, I joined the Crystal Braves in the hopes of following in your footsteps, and I do not regret the decision, not even for a moment.
Oh, I love you.
If we scrutinize the Scion's records, they should provide us with likely locations to which the missing Archons might have fled. Put your mind at ease. It is for work such as this that we have been trained. We'll find the missing Scions, I promise you. Between us and the Immortal Flames, no stone in Eorzea will be left unturned.
I don't know if you know, but during that goddamn feast, Flamine got ambushed by some 3rd unit curs over in Limsa. I'm told she danced free of their noose, though. Ain't heard nothing since, but my guess is she's lying low somewhere in the port. Cool.
I feel blessed to have witnessed such a display of camaraderie. Oh good, she's a fangirl, not sarcasm.
I'm really excited about that.
We must repair this damage if our minds are to find focus. Now, where to begin?
Ergumus. First things first, we must needs put the Rising Stones in order. We cannot have the Archons return to find their headquarters such a shambles. Oh yeah, man. Hosann. I sent Shinobi to spy upon the Brass Blades, and it would seem that Ida and Papalimo's resistance accounted for a sizable number of the company's soldiers. All we know for certain, however, is that our friends' corpses were not found amongst the bodies they left behind. Damn! They murdered a bunch of people. But it's fine.
Pray excuse me, I had thought my tears spent. My grandfather used to say that one could measure a man by the constancy of his comrades. Mayhap I am the exception which proves the rule. Nay, do not protest. I know that I am not worthy of their loyalty, Aigeld. But as Thaliak is my witness, I shall do everything in my power to earn it.
Hell yeah, little man.
I must speak of future plans with the remaining Braves, and the information we uncover on the missing Scions will need to be shared with our allies across the realm, specifically Urianger and the Waking Sands and Tataru and Ishgard. While we are organizing our various channels of communications, I would ask that you call upon Master Garland in the manufactory. I will join you in Ishgard as soon as I am able.
Yeah, sure, man. Amongst the bodies they left behind, Ida just straight up murdered half the police force. Hell yeah, girl! Fucking do it! We stand. You know who don't stand? The Brass Blades. Stand up, I mean. Fucking got 'em. I didn't realize Capel was streaming today. Right, it is a Thursday, isn't it? They would stream today. I wonder how they're doing. Devils are streaming Sims and trying to include chat commands. Well, that's fun. I hope they're having a good time. Excuse me. Do. Oh, hey, Stephanivian. Look at you. Look at him with that fucking deep V-neck. The slut. Love this man. Anyway. Hi, Sid. Tits out for Stephanivian. Igeld, how in the seven hells do you do it? I was just about to send for you. We have but this moment completed the Manicutta's first successful test flight. A few minor adjustments, and she'll be ready to go. While we see to the finishing touches, you might want to pay a visit to Fortall Manor. A dragoon by the name of Astinian was looking for you. Oh, well, okay. I don't really talk a whole lot about Igeld's personal canon on stream. Not as much as I should, honestly. But one thing I will say is that... So, okay. In case you're unfamiliar with Igeld's whole story, Igeld's backstory is that she is a fire drake that used to live in the ruins just outside the sunken Temple of Karn. And one day she killed a guy taking a shortcut through the ruins to get to Ul'dah. And in his bag was a Fantasia, which she ate. And then she first turned into a male Ul'rah. And then later, around the start of Heavensward, took another Fantasia that she came across to become a female Viera. Hello, Lucas. In terms of people who know about her past, the first person who found out was my wife Natalie's Warrior of Light, Maya Capra, who is a major part of Igeld's story. The second person was Isael, who saw her pass in the Echo. And the third person was Istinian, after she blurted out that she used to be a fire drake in a moment of frustration. I don't remember, does she have scales? She doesn't, no. And after that, things were kind of tense between them and awkward, and would remain so up until like the very end of Heavensward. And when I was working on FF14 right last year, there was a story I wanted to do about Igeld running into Nashu again for the first time in Ishgard. After the end of the events of the Realm Reborn Hildebrand questline. There aren't like a huge amount of like available like spans of time to kind of fit something like that in. This was actually the moment that I decided to just like, oh, this was like a moment where it's just like, Igeld's just like, oh, Astinian's waiting for me at Fortall Manor. I am going to do everything I can to avoid doing that. And she goes down to like the shops and meets up with Nashu, who's in the area looking for Hildebrand. They split off and she meets up with her again much later on for the actual Hildebrand questline. It's always kind of difficult to... A lot of Igeld's stories take place, like, at least right now, a lot of them take place post-Endwalker. Like, a good chunk of them take place over the course of and after Endwalker. And that's really just because I started writing a majority of them after I had finished Endwalker. So, as far as, like, I kind of I'm currently stuck in... Delina, what the fuck are you up to right now? What was I saying? As far as, like, my mind translated with regards to, like, the span of time that, like, Eigeld's... Because here's the thing. I actually generally try to stick to the stated interpretation of, yeah, most of the MSQ takes place within a year. But the issue with that is that, like, I also sort of conflate that with my own playtime, where it's just, like, there's a lot of time that there's a lot of free time Eigeld has post-Endwalker between major events happening. But if I'm not careful with, like, conflating my playtime with it, conflating my playtime with, like, Eigeld's, like, journey, there's the possibility that it's just like, yeah, the period of time after Endwalker takes months, and then everything from the beginning of Realm Reborn to the end of Endwalker is like the wildest 2 months of Eigeld's life. So, but because, like, in my head, I have trouble, like, breaking out of the conflation of, like, my playtime of the game with, like, the span of time that Eigeld's story covers. As a lore nerd, this game does not take place in a single year. I mean, it could. The wall's just very busy. And a year's a long time. Like, a year doesn't often feel like a long time. Like, the trip to Hingashi State takes several weeks, if not months, and you kind of go back and forth. Yeah, but that's after you've already got access to, like, aetherites. Like, we shouldn't leave this, like, I know that people are just like, oh, the aetherites, anima, so on and so forth, but it's like, no, the game establishes that, like, people do use aetherites to travel quickly. Like, Istini is just like, hey man, I've already, like, attuned to the aetherite in over in Thavnair, so I can just pop over there. But, like, you guys are gonna have to figure something else out unless you want this trip to take, like, way too goddamn long. So I think that there is a certain degree to which we can assume that, like, canonically, the Warrior of Light probably makes liberal use of aetherite travel, realistically speaking. Hi, Estinian. You have fulfilled your obligations to the Uldans, then. Mr. Stataru has been keeping me apprised of the situation. Once I learned that these mana cutters of Master Garland's were nearing completion, I saw no reason to tarry in the mists. For the present, Nidhogg seems content to remain in the Eyrie, plotting his revenge. Might not this be an apt moment to unfold our plans to Sir Emmerich? I think we have kept him in the dark long enough. Let's go see Emma Wick. But yeah, but like I said, it's conflating my playtime with, like, the actual span of time that the game takes place over. Even if I'm not doing it intentionally, makes finding, like, places to set certain what's the word I'm looking for? Moments of Eigeld's story a little difficult. In part just because it's like, I mean, when I played this, I did everything bam, 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 bam. But, like, I need to think, okay, there may have been some moments where Eigeld may have, like, decided to, like, take a break from everything going on. Or there may have been moments where, like, she kind of, like, delayed doing one thing or the other. This was one of those moments, I decided. That's always, like, a little bit more difficult to do than, like, kind of writing out canon moments in the series that like I can sort of just like pick the dialogue that's spoken in game and use that as dialogue in the fic. And then there's times where I gotta kind of do a little bit of both. Like the one that I wrote about the end of like base Stormblood, the end of 4.0, was a lot of fun with regards to figuring out like, okay, to what point do I follow the events of the game, and at what point do I diverge? And I really liked that one, honestly. I think that might have been one of my favorites that I had done during FF14, right? FF14, right, where it's going to be a bit before we really get into talking about Xenos, but my FF14, right, this year, I felt like I did a solid job kind of like solidifying the character of Xenos within Aigale's story and like what he is to her. Hi, Firm Albert. And I remember talking about Xenos in a couple or at least one Warrior Light question of the day, and I was kind of surprised how many people were kind of on the same page as me with regards to Xenos. I'll have more thoughts on Xenos when we actually meet him in game. But like, suffice to say that like, my opinion of him
stands ready, Lord Commander.
My opinion of him definitely kind of evolved over the course of Stormblood, Shadowbringers, and then especially Endwalker.
The moment has come then.
I am awake. Alphino.
Pray excuse my lateness. I paid a brief visit to the workshop to inquire about the mana cutters. The engineers assure me that they're ready.
Excuse me.
The area is now but a short flight away. Yet what a long and winding path we took to reach this point. Were it not for Master Alphino's proposal, we never would have attempted to parley with the dragons.
I think the funniest idea of like conflating my playtime with the game with just sort of like the period of time that it covers would be the idea that like Aigale shows up in Ishgard and a week later the Dragon Song War is over. Like, realistically speaking, that's not how that happened. But like, it's funny to think about. Estinian, be nice.
Our negotiations yielded little. Our expedition with Lady Isar taught us much.
You took an unimaginable risk. I could scarce believe the tale Estinian told.
Aye. 'Tis true that many of our countrymen would sooner die than join hands with the heretic's mistress. But 'twas through that most unlikely of alliances that we came to speak with Hraesvelgr.
A conversation that went rather poorly, as I recall.
In this instance, the journey was more important than the destination. Had we not slain Nidhogg's consort, Tiaman, and put the Great Worm on his guard, the Dravanians would have arrived at Ishgard's walls long ago.
Aye, that they would. Full grateful am I for every hour of respite your actions have afforded us. Thanks to you, our defenses are much improved. 'Tis but a pity they won't be enough.
Excuse me.
Thus, you believe an assault upon the area represents the city's best chance of survival. Is that not so, Estinian?
Yeah, probably. Check out this jawbreaker.
I am under no illusions. Nidhogg's might is legendary. But with his eye in my possession, I can stifle his strength at the source. Victory will be hard won, even so. And I shall be glad indeed to have the Warrior of Light at my side.
Yeah, I'm pretty cool.
You shall have my blade as well. There are more of these mana cutters to be had, yes?
Lord Commander, no.
No, hold on,
How
let
can
him
I,
cook.
a proud knight of Ishgard, stand by and do naught while an outsider risks life and limb for our homeland? I swore an oath to protect this city.
Yes, anything for you, handsome.
Pray leave the slaying of dragons to dragoons, Sir Knight. Your duty to command the city's defense is no less vital.
Plus, we already have a tank in this party.
Should we fail, and Nidhogg slip through our grasp, who then will hold the walls against him? Will you leave Ishgard in the hands of the Holy Sea's zealots?
Look how prepared I am. Can you see my thigh?
There are others.
Who but you has the authority and the standing to orchestrate a city-wide defense? I do not, and neither does the Warrior of Light.
I feel like I could muster
That is
something,
why it
though.
is our place to fight, and yours to remain here, Lord Commander.
Oh, my energy drink's gone.
What? You too, Master Alphino? By the Fury. You have shown some promise, but this adversary is far beyond your skills.
Wait, hold up. We need a healer. This little pout.
Your candor is appreciated, Sir Dragoon. I shall remain then and cheer you from afar.
Emmerich is one of my favorite NPCs. I love this handsome man. Emmerich's pretty good.
Well, my friend.
Moose!
Would seem I have discouraged the last of the volunteers, and claimed the task as ours alone. But if any alive can best this worm, 'tis surely we too.
And maybe, like, 2 more NPCs. Hold on. I gotta fucking... Moose, get out of here. Get out of here. Hey. Come here. Come here. You're gonna hate this, I know. I know. You hate it. Trying to pick at my taco scraps. Yeah, alright. Uh-huh. The fuck? I love... Like, there's a head nodding animation, but it's like a full emote. It's not just like the down tilt that you get in the cutscenes, which is always really funny to me. It's like, uh-huh. I have pricked Master Alphinode's pride, I fear. But had I been less forceful, the boy would have insisted on accompanying us to the Eyrie. Do not think me blind to his talent. With a few more campaigns under his belt, I have no doubt that Alphino will make a fine field commander. Yeah, sure. But one does not practice on an adversary such as Nidhogg. We shall be hard-pressed enough without the added worry of carrying a novice. Assuming the area is a piss-easy dungeon, I can take it in my sleep. Into the Eyrie. Next time on the Shark Stream. I want to thank everybody for coming by. I hope you all had a good time. We're going to go ahead and end it here. If you enjoyed the stream, you can subscribe here on Twitch. We have special emotes for subscribers. You can also follow me on Twitter, Tumblr, and co-hosts at AcidXShark. That's AcidXShark, where I post all the streams as they happen. Or you can follow me on YouTube at AcidXShark, where I post all the streams after they happen. Dang it. We're going to start with the Eyrie next week. Don't worry. Just show up early for the stream. It's no big deal. Art for the stream. Chat blocker was done by my friend Molly, who you can find on Twitter at GingerIsASpice. That's GingerIsASpice. Fantastic artist. Highly recommend commissioning her. I think their slots are full up right now for like commission, but like generally they'll if you've got an idea, they are generally always looking for work, as are most artists. VTuber was done by Audrey and B of Team Capel. You can find on Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, Tumblr, and co-host at Team Capel, and who, as long as they're still going, we're gonna go ahead and raid. Are they still going? Hold on. Hey, are y'all still going? Should I... Okay, no, they're still going. Okay. They're running into technical difficulties. Oh, Timmy Shallot's on screen. That's good. Okay, what was I talking about? You can find... Who? Why is this person cheering me on? Hello. Delina? Oh! Hey. Because that's me. But yeah, you should commission Audrey and B. They do good work. Team Capel, TEAM, CAT, PLE. Don't email them. Use their commission form. They'll email you. Don't DM them. If you do DM them, don't be weird. Please don't be weird to my friends. Upcoming streams. Not tomorrow. We're not streaming tomorrow. I am going out to dinner tomorrow at a really good Mediterranean place nearby, and I'm very excited for it. But we will be back on Saturday, and I think we're going to be finishing Resident Evil 4 Separate Ways. And then, of course, we'll be back next week, Nier on Wednesday, Final Fantasy XIV on Thursday. And at that point, whoo golly, we're going to have stuff to talk about.
You're not giving a shit about the horse riding skill right now. Unless we give Splatoon.
Okay, hold on.
I think we'd have to move it.
Hey, would now be a bad time for... I'm going to go ahead and set up the raid 1 second. I'm just going to do a bit here. One sec. All right. Raid Team Cat Pull. But I will see y'all next time on the Shark Stream. Same Shark time, same Shark channel. Take care.